The home field advantage. We talked to head coach Cal Nesdale before today's game.
Yeah, I would say home field is an advantage at any level of football. If you can get a game like this in your own park, it can be a little distracting to other teams. The only hard thing is that over the last 2 weeks there's been a lot of build-up, and we've tried to minimize that pressure on our guys. Regina just has to show up and play a game. So we're excited. The energy in here is awesome. We try not to put any pressure on ourselves. The fans want to see us win. We've been here, in a game like this before, not the national final, only once, but the last Western finals against Saskatoon Regina have been very emotional games, both the build-up to the game and very emotional afterwards. And we want to be of different emotions this year when the game's done.
The Regina Rams are steeped in football tradition. They've won this title 3 times in the past 4 years. And in 15 trips overall to the National Junior Final, David, they've won it 13 times.
That's right, Barry. They beat Saskatoon, their arch rivals, and they overcame a 25-point deficit to beat Windsor.
In the Eastern Final, that's right. And we talked to Rams head coach Frank McChrystal.
Well, we're excited about being here. The people here put on a great show for us, and the hospitality in Kelowna has been really, really very good. So we're looking forward to it. I think our players are ready, and we're pretty tense, pretty focused for the game, and really hopeful that we can put on a good show for junior football. We've got to defeat their run and make sure that we tackle those guys back there, and certainly we have to be able to move the ball both on the ground and in the air.
This is the 3rd meeting all time between the Rams and the Sun, but it's the first meeting with the national championship at stake. It's the Okanagan Sun and the Regina Rams, and it's coming up next.
Global Television would like to thank our sponsor, Sask Power, for their help in bringing you the following local telecast of the 1997 Canadian Bowl. Sask Power, power to you.
At Pierre Amelot International, you have freedom of choice. We offer the most comprehensive approach to solving hair loss, and we let you decide what's right for you. Everything from hair loss prevention to the new micro hair transplantation, we have it all. We'll have you looking your best and feeling confident you've made the right choice. Call for your free information package right now. Call Pierre Amelot International today.
Cook's McCallum Hill Insurance at 2151 Albert Street and in the Norman View Mall will take care of all your business, home, and auto insurance with professional service and advice. Cook's McCallum Hill Insurance, your SGI Canada broker, now with 2 Regina locations to serve you.
You could be so lucky.
He's just a millionaire. He just won $3.3 million. They always say that nice guys never win. Well, I think that me and Jim have proved that nice guys do win occasionally.
This is cozy.
Oh, yeah.
You could be so lucky. Have it your own way. Just like it ought to be.
I'm putting this on for Daddy.
Everything looks fine down there. Maybe you'd like to invest in a carbon monoxide detector just for your own peace of mind.
Chimney safety is your responsibility. Sask Power reminds you to have all chimneys checked regularly for deterioration. You have a lot of good reasons to keep your home safe.
For everyone who loves you, be sure you're safe tonight.
A message from Sask Power.
Welcome back to Kelowna. It's the National Junior Football Final between the Okanagan Sun and the Regina Rams. I'm Barry McDonald along with David Benefield of the BC Lions. We'll handle things up in the booth. Pat Kennedy taking care of business for us on the sideline. Pat?
Well, gentlemen, down here it is wild. These people are getting ready for the biggest game to ever be played on this facility at the Apple Bowl. This, of course, the rematch of the Western Final between the Regina Rams and Okanagan Sun. A game won 11-8 by the Regina Rams. We are now getting ready for kickoff. Gentlemen, I throw it back up to you, and let's have a great ball game.
All right, Pat, thank you very much. The Regina Rams won the kickoff. They elected to receive. The Rams coming into this game after winning the Prairie Final against their arch rivals from Saskatoon, then going into Windsor and beating Windsor, who were in the final last year against Saskatoon. They overcame a 25-point deficit to do that. Kicking off for the Okanagan Sun will be number 7, Justin Miller. And the 1997 Canadian Bowl is underway. That is number 36 on the return for Regina. And it's a pretty good run back. He gets tackled at about the 28-yard line. Ikena Nagoka with the return. So the Regina Rams, David, will start the ball at the 29-yard line as they go for a 14th national title. And in your mind, the keys to the game today, David, are what?
Regina's got to be able to throw the ball well because their running game, their number one runner, is actually out of the game. And they've got to keep the ball away from the Okanagan defense.
16-yard return. Chad Eamon is the quarterback for Regina. Tim Linchuk, Chris Brilt in the backfield. And this is number 36 there. That is Ikena Nagoka with the run. Gain of about 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 4. Ideal conditions, game time temperature 8 degrees. It's overcast, no real threat of rain. The field is in beautiful shape as National Junior Football bragging rights are at stake. 2nd and 4. Eamon up over center. Barry Rees is center, the 6-1-2. They're going to run the ball, and again it's Nagoka, and he will not get the first down. Good defense, David, by the Okanagan Sun.
That's a way to set the tone early. You come out, you shut them down. On that play, well, the Okanagan Sun, they actually run a 3-4 defense, and they're coming up swarming right now. So the emotional edge goes to the Okanagan Sun.
Number 35 for the Sun coming up to make the play. Ryan Folk from his defensive back position. He had some help. Good first series for the Okanagan Sun. 2 and out for the Rams, and they are forced to kick the ball. Punter's number 29, Todd Pinckney. He gets his kick off. It's a fairly good kick coming down to number 71 on the 36-yard line for Okanagan. That's Aaron David. David takes it to the 37-yard line where the Okanagan Sun will start things off. 2-yard return. We are scoreless. It's very early in the 1997 Canadian Bowl. I'm Barry McDonald along with David Benefield, and we're happy to be bringing you this game. It's the national title at stake. The Okanagan Sun have won 1 in their existence. The program started in 1981. They were national champs in 1988. First play, it's a pitch out to number 32. And that's Dave Shirk, and he is tackled by Jason Melnichenko, the 5'10", 200-pound defensive back for Regina.
Hey, that's a good way to let him know that you're there. He picked him up, dropped him, didn't lose his feet or anything like that. That's a great play for a defensive back to make on the first play.
What's going through these guys' minds right now, David? I mean, this is what it's all about for these kids.
Oh, this is everything. You're going to remember this game for the rest of your life.
2nd and 8 for Okanagan. Greg Korstrom, the quarterback, rolling to his right. He's going to throw, and it is complete. Drop. Well, maybe they're going through nerves. Perfect pass to his twin brother, Derek Korstrom, and Derek couldn't get the handle.
It's like pitch and catch in the backyard with these two.
Well, his brother, Greg, did everything right, rolled right. Korstrom ran a nice pattern, found himself a little opening right there, and about his own 54-yard line, started to run before he had it.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you start looking upfield, looking at the defense coming at you, and you just tend to want to run before you catch the ball.
Derek's got to put that play out of his mind because now he's got a punt. He's back at his own 25. I guess that's a little bit of nerves probably right there, David.
Sometimes you can be too emotionally charged for the beginning.
Korstrom punt is a high, kind of a wobbly punt. It's fielded right near the out-of-bounds line by number 26 there. That's Chris Ashman of the Regina Rams. So the Rams, pretty good field position. They'll start their second drive on the 42-yard line.
This could turn into a game of field position. We got the special teams units out there. They could play a major role in this game.
Korstrom with a 29-yard punt. Both teams 2 and out in their first offensive series. The grass field here at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. It's in beautiful shape. Facility the BC Lions have used over the years for their training camps. Eamon rolling out to his left, and he's got a man open. It's a short pass. And right away, number 10, Michael Thomas, is brought down. As Ryan Folk, the 5'10", 190-pound defensive back, came up in a hurry and pretty good whooping on Michael Thomas. Gain of 2 on the play. You see Eamon rolling out.
Yeah, these DBs are really breaking on the ball, but against the Rams, you're going to have to control their quarterback because he's got great feet and a great arm to go with it.
2nd and 8. Eamon takes the snap from a shotgun position, drops back in the pocket, gets good protection. He's going to have to scramble, and he's going to try to run for the first down, and it's going to be very close. I think you might have it, David.
They don't control this guy. This could be their fate.
He needed to get to the 53-yard line, and it is a first down. So the Rams have the first down of the game, and it's Eamon doing the running. Now, Eamon might be doing more of that than normally. He runs the ball fairly well, but the Rams are without their top running back, Corey Olenek, who was injured a knee against Windsor. Obviously, they'll miss him. Other players are going to have to pick it up, and Eamon might just be the man. Good run for the first down there. From the shotgun formation, he hands it off to number 36. Not going anywhere.
There's that Sun swarming defense, number 55. Defensive end coming in, making the first contact on the ball, and then the rest of the Sun players just came in and swarmed on him. You have no chance when the guy who makes penetration like that.
All right, Kenan Nagoka has been a busy guy today. That's a great play there by number 55, who managed to corral him long enough, and then some help arrived in the form of number 40, Jeff Moody, the rover back for the Okanagan Sun. Number 55, Rob Stewart, the 6'2", 280-pounder, helping out there. It's a loss of 5, so the Rams are now 2nd and 15. Eamon, obviously, in a throwing situation, drops straight back in the pocket. He's putting it up long for number 70, Chris Warnicki. Jump ball incomplete.
He just mistimed his jump a little bit. I believe Chris Warnicki is the basketball player on the team, so he's just got to time his jump a little bit. But the thing I do like about the Rams is they're really under control right now. They're not playing emotionally too high, and they're just thinking this out. That shows they've got a lot of experience in the big game.
Well, they've been here, David, so many times over the years, and a lot of these kids were part of the 95 team that beat the Okanagan Sun en route to a national title. They've won it in 93, 94, 95. And Warnicki just couldn't pull out one. He's a 6', 205-pound wide receiver. The punting situation, Todd Pinckney, his 2nd kick of the day. Perfect snap, and he gets the kick away. It's a wobbly kick, but a pretty decent one. It's coming down on the 28-yard line, and that's number 30 for the Okanagan Sun, Eric Duchesne. Pretty good return. And the Okanagan Sun will set up offensively on their own 39-yard line by the looks of things. We're scoreless. 8:50 left in the first quarter. You're watching the National Junior Final. It's the Canadian Bowl between the Okanagan Sun and the Regina Rams. I'm Barry McDonald along with David Benefield. Pat Kennedy is our sideline reporter today.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, to pick up your Canadian Junior Football Championship souvenirs at the
13-yard return there for Duchesne. And he was injured a little bit on the play. He's being helped off the field. Not a good sign early on for Okanagan.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by number 74, Derek Woitas. Those are the guys that are going to come down and really break this game open by keeping these guys back on their side of the ball.
The Okanagan, as David mentioned in our opening today, they won their games this year by an average of more than 40 points. They have not had a lot of experience in close games. They've had some games that were close at the half and blew them open. This is Arnold, who last night was named the most valuable offensive player in the country. Well, his first carry of the day goes for very little. No gain. It'll be second. Well, they'll give him a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Arnold rushed for over 1,200 yards this year. 12 touchdowns, an average, David, of 9.2 every time he ran the ball.
He's definitely a dangerous runner. And if you get, like the Rams are doing right now, if you can stretch him out, you can get the rest of the guys there to corral him in.
2nd and 10. Korstrom rolls to his left. Sets. Now he's going to scramble again, trying to find a receiver. Nobody open, and he just launches that one away. Good work by the defensive backs of the Regina Rams. Korstrom, to his credit, didn't try to force it. Tried to buy himself as much time as he could. Couldn't find a receiver open, and then just pretty much threw it away. Good pressure up front, David.
Number 64 going against looks like a fullback, and he's really got his hands in space. He's causing the quarterback to pull the ball down and try to find someone. And then the DBs, that was actually a coverage sack. The DBs had everyone covered up so much that the quarterback actually didn't want to force the ball in there. So that was a really smart play by him.
All right, so the Rams will now punt. Korstrom punting for the second time. He takes the snap and gets away. Oh, it's a good kick. It's a very good kick coming down onto the 26-yard line. That's Jason Claremont, and he is snowed under. Good coverage by the Okanagan special teams. A booming punt.
Yeah, he had great hang time on that. That allows your special teams to get down there and surround a guy, and he had no place to run.
All over Jason Claremont. We're scoreless in the first quarter of the Canadian Bowl in Kelowna.
First and 10 with the ball at their own 27-yard line.
Our eyes met over shoulders. You smiled, and then I knew.
The evolution of the species. A welcome addition to the new Manhattan for Men. Fine Italian milled fabrics in fashionable European cuts and styling. Affordable, elegant. Fashion that stays in fashion.
With you.
Welcome back to Kelowna. Canadian Bowl between the Regina Rams and the Okanagan Sun. We're scoreless with 6:44 remaining in the opening quarter. That's number 16, Chad Eamon, the quarterback for the Regina Rams. They face a second down, 10-yard situation here against an Okanagan Sun defense that has been very stingy all season long, allowing just an average of 6 points per game. And Eamon is in some serious trouble. He's scrambling, and he gets out of it, gets the pass away to number 30. But it's going to be short of the first down. Lonnie Hayes, the receiver on the play. So Okanagan's defense makes another statement. And, David, I think we've got a pattern establishing itself here. Both offenses struggling, but I think we have to credit the defense.
Well, that last play, the Sun was in a man-to-man coverage downfield. And there's no one actually to throw the ball to. I think the quarterback probably got a late read on it, but he used his footwork to get himself out of trouble.
Third punt of the day for Todd Pinckney. He'll probably try to keep it away from Terrence Houston, number 8 of the Okanagan Sun. An outstanding player. Pinckney's kick, and he does kick it away. It'll go out of bounds at about the 48-yard line of the Okanagan Sun. Good field position once again to start a drive for a team that certainly has the home field advantage. Playing the national final in your own backyard, much like the BC Lions did in 1994 with the Grey Cup at stake against the Stallions of Baltimore.
That's right. Great thing here is that you've got the entire field is surrounded by all the fans and everything, and the stands are full. This is an awesome day for football.
Well, they added more than 2,000 seats, David, so they could squeeze everybody in. I think we're looking at a crowd of nearly 5,000. Ronnie Arnold takes the handoff, takes it right up the gut. Looks like a gain of about 5. Okanagan wanting to establish the run, which will always make things easier for you when it comes to your pass game.
Hey, if you can get the run going, you can do anything else.
It'll be a 2nd and 5 for Okanagan. Quarterback is Greg Korstrom. He's got a big offensive line working for him in front of him. 2nd and 5 situation. They're going to hand it off again. That's the big man, Dave Shirk, taking the handoff. And he is short of a first down by what appears to be a couple of yards. So once again, it's 2 and out for the Okanagan Sun. Their vaunted offense yet to kick into gear.
You've got right guard Warren Doppler actually pulling on that, opening up the hole for number 32. But with a 4-3 defense, all those D linemen have to do is just get in the way, and the linebackers can just scrape right into making the play.
Jeff Simmer having a hand in that tackle. Korstrom punting once again.
Jeff Zimmer is all over the place. I think that's why he's all-star this year and most valuable player.
Here's the punt. It's another good one. It'll be Claremont again, fielding it right on his 20-yard line. Good coverage again, but there's going to be no yards called on that one. Coverage was too good.
The punt return brought down in the play by number 47, Todd Duke. There's a penalty flag in the flag.
Here you see it, David. Looks like it's obviously going to be no yards. They've got to give him 5, and they didn't.
Yeah, it looks like number 40 and it's like 59 was there a little early. Well, it happens in the CFL and the bigs, and it happens down here, so can't fault these kids.
It's a tough rule. A lot of people don't like the fair catch rule south of the border because it doesn't force a player to run the ball back all the time. But the no yards rule, I think, this can be very frustrating for the team that kicks the ball, too. I mean, it's often an arbitrary call.
That's right. To me, it just takes a lot of fun out of the game.
All right, let's see what the Regina offense can get going. They start at their own 35, and Eamon's going to throw it. Good protection again. He's coming out to the sidelines here for Warnicki. He overthrows him. Good coverage. And there'll be a second down and 10 yards to go for Regina. Not a whole lot of offensive flow in the game so far, David. The conditions are ideal.
The field's great. I went down on it earlier, and the field's all together. It's not mushy or anything like that. It's a nice hard track, pretty fast. And that time you'd almost expect there's a height disadvantage between number 71, actually between Chris Warnicki, and number 30, Eric Duchesne.
Duchesne back in after being injured on a punt return. Eamon's going to throw again. He drops back over the middle, throws behind his receiver. Eamon having trouble getting some rhythm going with his passing game. And I'm sure when you're missing your number one weapon in the backfield, you're probably not as used to passing as much as he's had to here so far. I mean, they do throw the ball. He's got a number of good receivers that he'll use, but without that main man in the backfield, it forces you to think a whole lot differently.
Yeah, they're going to have to pull him off the side, settle him down, and just because there are a couple guys open on every play, so he's just got to just settle down in there and just wait things out and let his feet get him out of trouble if he has to.
Another kick for Todd Pinckney. Good kick coming down to number 71, Aaron David, on his own 35. Gets a couple of blocks, runs to his left. He'll return it up to about the 42-yard line where the Okanagan Sun will try to get their offense in gear. This is an offense that just steamrolled its way through the BC Junior Football Association. As you look at the replay of Aaron David's punt return, they finished 10-0 in conference, winning their games by an average of 46-6. They won the BC Junior Final against Abbotsford, 35-21. Abbotsford, the one team that gave them some trouble this year, but they are 12-0 coming into the National Junior Final, looking for their second national title. And the give there is to number 32, Dave Shirk. He's the big back, 5'11", 195-pounder.
You don't really mind the 2nd and 6, but you definitely don't want 2nd and 8 or anything like that. That's when you're going to have to throw the ball, and defenses can just really play the ball.
Greg Korstrom, the 5'10", 190-pound quarterback with a number of weapons at his disposal. He will drop back the pass. It's a quick throw out here to number 19, Kevin Snell.
Pass intended for number 19, Kevin Snell, goes incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 6 from their own 46.
I don't know that they were on the same page on that play, David. If Snell's talking to the coaches as he comes back to the sidelines. We mentioned Okanagan breezing through the BC Junior Football League this year, David. 10-0. The Abbotsford Air Force, coached by Jerry Mullis, finished 7-3. And the Vancouver Trojans, their head coach Ty Cruz, CFL linebacker of the BC Lions for many a year, and he was the coach of the year in the BC Junior Football Association this past season.
And he still looks like he can strap it on and get out there and get at it.
And I'm not going to mess with him. It's another punt for Korstrom from his own 36-yard line, heading towards the out-of-bounds mark. Now kicks back into field, and once again it'll be number 11, Jason Claremont, fielding it, and he's tackled pretty much immediately. A defensive battle so far. We've got 1 minute and 10 left in the opening quarter. And we are scoreless. It is the Canadian Bowl between the Okanagan Sun and the Regina Rams. And we'll be back right after this break.
November is Capital Pontiac Buick's birthday, and everyone's invited. Right now, take advantage of Capital's 5th anniversary celebration. With 2 locations and Southern Saskatchewan's largest selection of new and used cars, you get the best deals. Like the exciting 1997 GMC Jimmy, well equipped at $379 a month. Or a 1997 GMC Sierra Extended Cab 4x4, only $418 a month. Be sure to ask about our 5 will get you 5 birthday promotion. Only at Capital Pontiac Buick Cadillac GMC, 1350 Albert Street at 2220 Victoria Avenue East.
The Rams 2nd and 7 from their own 38.
Welcome back to Kelowna, 2nd down and 7. Regina picking up 3 yards on its first play from scrimmage. They're at their own 38-yard line. We're late in the first quarter, scoreless between the Rams and the Sun. Eamon in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, drops back. Good protection again. Now he'll roll right. He's got a blocker out in front of him, and he goes out of bounds right near the first down marker. See what kind of spot he got. I think he got a favorable one. I think we're looking at a first down for the Rams, David.
Yeah, once again, everyone was covered up. They're not sure if they're running a man or a zone coverage. So he's just gonna do what he does best. He's gonna put the ball underneath his arm and take off and run for a first down.
Well, you can see his eyes there. He spotted that first down marker. He bought himself a little bit of time with the fake. Kept the DBs back for that split second and got himself a first down. They've been tough to come by here in the first quarter for both teams. Rams now 1st and 10 from their own 46. Eamon again in the shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff to Nagoka, rolls to his left, looking for a receiver again, throws back across his body to number 71. There is Michael Leeson, the big 6'4", 210-pound slot back. Good catch, and the Rams are in business as we close out the first quarter. They'll start quarter number 2 in Okanagan territory.
At the end of the opening quarter of play with the score of the Regina Rams, nothing, the Okanagan Sun.
Michael Leeson, big first down reception for the Regina Rams. We're scoreless at the Canadian Bowl. The Rams and Okanagan Sun in Kelowna.
Cooks McCallum Hill Insurance at 2151 Albert Street and in the Normanview Mall will take care of all your business, home, and auto insurance with professional service and advice. Cooks McCallum Hill Insurance, your SGI Canada broker, now with 2 Regina locations to serve you.
Now, here's a person who knows where to take her damaged vehicle for body work. And here's the man she trusts, Corley Brills. His team at Elite Auto Body are top-notch auto body repairmen. They're well equipped to get your foreign or domestic vehicle back on the road and looking good as new. Corley guarantees it. Rely on Elite Auto Body, where the name says it all. 240 Hodgman Road in Ross Industrial Park.
Running a business takes hard work, long hours, careful planning, and money. If you'll take care of the rest, Sherwood Credit Union will help with the money. Small and medium-sized companies can get lost in the financial shuffle. But that's the kind of company we pay attention to at Sherwood Credit Union. Companies that know the value of community support. Sherwood Credit Union. We're known by the companies we keep.
Monday, they're the foot soldiers who fight in the trenches of urban reality.
Spill the beer. Arrest him.
Keeping the mean streets of Brooklyn in check.
Doesn't that sound like trouble to you?
Brooklyn South. Global's got it. Monday at 9.
Welcome back to Kelowna. Opening minutes of the second quarter of the Canadian Bowl between the hometown Okanagan Sun and the Regina Rams. Barry McDonald along with David Benefield as we look at the first quarter stats. The most obvious ones that jump out of you: no yards passing and no first downs for the high-powered Okanagan Sun. David, no turnovers for either team, but really not a whole lot done offensively. But the Regina Rams do have a shot here at a field goal. It'll be about a 42-yard attempt. Their kicker is Todd Pinckney. A chance for the Rams to get on the board first. 42-yard attempt. Good snap, good kick. It's long enough, and it is good. Todd Pinckney.
Todd's got a great leg. I was watching him during practice yesterday, and he was hitting pretty consistently from at the 40. So if all else fails today, you can always kick a field goal with this guy.
3-0 Rams. We'll be back after this break.
It's comforting to know there is a better route. With WestJet, low fares are here to stay. WestJet, way to go.
Greg Korstrom and the Okanagan Sun still looking for their first down. Korstrom drops back to pass. He will throw over here. Again, good coverage. Looked like he was throwing in the general direction of his twin brother Derek, but good coverage on the play again by the Rams. Craig Briere and Corey McKee over there. 3-0 Rams. They've kicked a 42-yard field goal here. We're early in the second quarter. National bragging rights at stake. The Rams leading 3-0 as they go for their 14th national title. Greg Korstrom, 0 for 4 so far passing. His first pass was right in the midst of his brother Derek, but he dropped it. But the other three have, I think he's pretty much thrown away. Here's another shot, number 13, wide open. That's a nice pass completion, and finally a first down for the Okanagan Sun. Derek Korstrom hanging on to that one, but there is a flag.
Yeah, I think it's coming back. It looks like a holding call. Yeah, we can't really tell who was a... Yeah, we really can't tell who was a holding, but that was a great pass for him to at least get a taste of what's going, get a taste of something going on offense.
Yeah, it might help his confidence a little bit. Both Korstroms, the one that threw it, the one that hung on to it.
I don't know if the Sun has gotten away from their running game for, just trying to open up the pass because they feel they can always run, or just that the Rams' swarming defense has just stopped their run for the first half.
Well, I think they're all-Canadian back. The MVP of the offensively in the Canadian Junior Football, Ronnie Arnold, has had, I think, just the 2 carries, David. They're in a passing situation now. It's 2nd and 20. Korstrom will roll, or drop back, actually. And, it's a fumble. And the Rams recover it on the 17-yard line of the Okanagan Sun. Turnovers so crucial in big games, in any games, really, but especially in the big games. Good pressure here. Korstrom hit by number 64, Brent Dancy. The ball comes loose. And let's see who recovers it here, David. 64 comes in, forces the fumble.
That was a great move by Brent Dancy. Speed move around
and it's number 58. It's Kieran Gilmore that makes the recovery. 3-0 for the Regina Rams.
Yeah, he used the speed move around Big Dan Skurlick, 6'5", 280.
Regina Rams. 3-0 Rams, a 42-yard Todd Pinckney field goal. The only scoring so far. Brent Dancy forcing the big fumble. Kieran Gilmore recovering it as the Rams defensive line forces the first turnover of the game. Second down on the 16-yard line of the Okanagan Sun. Eamon, the quarterback, drops straight back to pass, looking for a receiver. He's got one open on the 10-yard line. Number 36 breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he'll go down. Well, I guess it looks like he stepped out of bounds on the 7-yard line. Some nice work there by Nagena Agoka. There's the replay, David.
He's got a lot of time in the pocket right now to throw, and he can find his receivers. I think he's got the composure down now, and I believe the Rams are now getting into their groove, their passing game.
Good work by Nagoga after he caught the ball. And it's first and goal from the 7-yard line for the Regina Rams. Trying to capitalize on the first turnover of the game. And either
Penalty flag from the play.
number 50, Scott Tallman, was offside or he was drawn offside. Let's see what the officials rule. Offside on the defense. So that's going to make things a whole lot easier for the Regina Rams.
Down in the red zone, you have to watch the ball. You just can't jump, and he may be pulling these guys off with his cadence.
Boy, the Rams really in position, David, to make a statement here.
Offside, half the distance to the goal line, first time repeated.
Boy, they're on the inside the 2-yard line now, half the distance to the goal line. First down, they come in here, Regina does, hostile territory. It was hard to think they weren't underdogs, given the way Okanagan had just ran over its opposition this year, but these are the Regina Rams, who have so much tradition, and you know what? Tradition counts for something in games like this.
The Rams first and goal.
Well, you'll definitely find out what kind of team the Sun is. Now they're down by 10 points. Well, if they score here by 10 points, so we'll find out what kind of team the Sun is.
See what they can do here. Eamon brings his team up to the line. He's got 3 backs. It's Claremont taking the handoff, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Jason Claremont, who plays slot back, but when they went to the 3-back formation right there, he took the handoff, and 6'1", 235 pounds, tough man to stop. The Regina Rams capitalize on the turnover, take it in for the touchdown. They've got a 9-0 lead in the 1997 Canadian Bowl.
Yeah, the Rams just blew the Sun off the ball. They got up underneath the pads. See, if you can get underneath number 49's pads right there, if you can get up underneath the pads, you're going to win the game of leverage. And you're going to be able to push guys all over the place, and that's just what happened.
The point after attempt is up, and it is good. So the Regina Rams have a 10-0 lead in the 1997 Canadian Bowl. We'll be back after this break. Accommodation for the production crew provided by our friends at the Best Western Inn in Kelowna. Thank you very much to our friends there. 10-0. The Regina Rams, 9:46 left in the second quarter. Barry McDonald along with David Benefield and Pat Kennedy at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. The Regina Rams making an early statement as they seek their 14th national title. They've won it 3 of the past 4 years. Their friends from Saskatoon won it last year. But a great start so far for the Rams. And maybe some jitters for the hometown Suns playing in front of a huge crowd here. Nearly 5,000 we would estimate. And Todd Pinckney will kick off. Aaron David and Terrence Houston back to receive. It's coming down to David on about his 13-yard line. David up to the 20, to the 25, up to the 30, up to about the 34. Good return for Aaron Davis. The Sun have some pretty good field position, and right now they can use all the help they can get. David, what have you seen so far?
They're going to have to get their running game. They're going to have to get it started, because if they don't get it started now, I believe the Rams will use that controlled passing offense and just eat up the clock and possibly get another score out of it, especially down here.
A little surprising maybe that the Sun hasn't gone to run Arnold more, but we'll see what they do now. Arnold gets the ball, takes it up the middle, nothing. He gets stuffed. Number 42 in on the tackle there. That's Jeff Zimmer, the All-Canadian most valuable player defensively in the Canadian junior football. He had some help from Adrian Gilmore, the big nose guard. He's a 6'1", 245-pounder, so it'll be a second down. They give Arnold a yard. They still need 9. Really, it's closer to 10. The first down marker's on the 46-yard line, and the ball's on the 36. So call it a second and 10, Okanagan. They have really struggled so far in this 1997 Canadian Bowl. Greg Korstrom. Up over center. Nobody in the backfield. Korstrom drops back. Going to throw it back this other way to Houston. He's at the 30, the 35, up to the 40. He's up to the 45, to the 50, and big Terrence Houston runs it out of bounds at the 53-yard line. Good call. Terrence Houston playing on both sides of the ball today. They do whatever they can to get him in the game, David.
They got to, because he's the big-name player, and big-name players play well in big-time games. You got a screen pass out to him, and he just takes the ball with pure ability and size. He's got great size for a junior player, and he's just running through people.
230-pounder. As mentioned, he plays DB. He's on the kick return teams. Regina smart enough to kick it away from him so far today. The handoff is taken by Arnold. He gets maybe 3 or 4 yards on that one, taking the handoff from Korstrom. So for the first time today, the Okanagan Sun venture into the Regina Rams territory. It'll be a second down. 7 yards to go. They give them 3. 7:50 left, second quarter, 10-0 Regina. It's like a passing situation. Korstrom up. Fakes the handoff to Ron Arnold as play action. He drops back to throw. He's going deep for Houston. Lots of people back there. Houston goes up and makes the catch. Now they're rolling incomplete. Boy, it looks like Houston had made the catch, David, but with 3 or 4 defenders all around him, the ball came out. Heck of an effort by Terrence Houston.
He's starting to really put himself into the game offensively, because they've stayed away from him on defense, and the quarterback just puts it up to him. It's a jump ball out there, and it looks like someone just strips the ball. That could be real fumble, actually.
Looks like he might have had it. Here's another replay, David. Yeah, I think he had it and took a pretty good pop right as he tried to corral it. They rule incomplete. So it's a punting situation once again for the Okanagan Sun. Third down, 6 yards to go. Derek Korstrom, wide receiver, also is the punter, back on his own 43-yard line. It's a fake. They give it to Houston. He's around. He's at the 50. He'll get the first down to the 35 to 32-yard line of the Regina Rams. Telling you, David, they had a long huddle, and I'm thinking, this is a pretty long huddle for your basic punt.
And you've got Houston back there as one of the protectors. Hey, they haven't had any pressure on their punter all day. Why would you put him back there? But it's horse fake.
Well, it's the kind of thing the Okanagan Sun needed to get them going. As you see, number 8, Houston, putting his wheels and size to good use. And just when it looked like the Rams were going to get the ball back, Houston takes the ball and on a fake punt runs it 22 yards for the first down to the 31-yard line of the Rams. That's a handoff to Dave Shirk. He takes it up the middle for about 5. And the Okanagan Sun offense, a little bit unconventionally, getting its act in gear.
The Rams are going to have to keep an eye on Houston today. And if anything, you have to watch Houston, and then that's going to take a few people off Arnold. So you may see Arnold running a bit more.
He's certainly going to get himself some attention. Korstrom up. Greg Korstrom, the quarterback for the Okanagan Sun. He's a 5'10", 190-pounder. He's going to pitch it to Ronnie Arnold. Arnold trying to get outside. A little shake, little bake, and he's down inside the 20-yard line, down to the 15. Looks like another first down for the Okanagan Sun. And trailing 10-0. This is exactly what they needed to do, make a statement that they're not going to get blown out in their own building.
You got a seal block by Houston, and then the big guard, number 59, pulls around. With that number 32, Schreier comes around with another great block, and then that just leaves Arnold just to do the rest himself.
Zimmer made the tackle from his strong side linebacker spot, but not before. Ron Arnold had the first down. Good drive for the Okanagan Sun. They're down to the Regina 15-yard line. Korstrom up, takes the snap. He'll hand it off. It's Shirk again, and he doesn't get a whole bunch. Dave Shirk, the 195-pound running back. They've given him 2. So this is a big play. It's 2nd and 8 from the 13-yard line of the Regina Rams.
Now the Rams defense, they've been on the field a little while now, so they may start to get a little tired here late in the second.
Been a very good drive for the Okanagan Sun. Just 5:10 left in the opening half. Game moving right along. Korstrom takes the snap, drops back, throws it up for Houston. And he's well covered back there. That's number 25, Corey McKee. It's a height mismatch, 5'8" against 6'3", but the ball was beyond Terrence Houston. And with a 10-0 lead, it looks like the Sun will settle for 3. Of course, it looked like they were going to punt a few plays back, too. But I think here, David, they'll try to put the points on the board.
I'm sure the Rams are actually breathing a sigh of relief here. Instead of taking that 7 points, making it close going in at halftime.
The backup quarterback, John Coy, is the holder. It'll be a 20-yard attempt for Derek Korstrom. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Okanagan Sun get on the scoreboard with 4:36 left in the second quarter. It's 10-3 for the Regina Rams.
Running a business takes hard work, long hours, careful planning, and money. If you'll take care of the rest, Sherwood Credit Union will help with the money. Small and medium-sized companies can get lost in the financial shuffle. But that's the kind of company we pay attention to at Sherwood Credit Union. Companies that know the value of community support. Sherwood Credit Union. We're known by the companies we keep.
Regina Rams starting from their own 35 and not starting well. They try a pitch out, they fumble it, and the Okanagan Sun have recovered the ball. Who's the man at the bottom of the pile? There he is. That's number 49. Big play for the Okanagan Sun. Chris Zimmerman, the linebacker, making the play, and that's a huge turnover. There is a flag on the play. Offside against the Okanagan Sun. Ouch.
What a break for Regina. I don't know why you'd come out with a play like that on first down, but that was just a bad pitch, and the receiver wasn't even looking for the ball. And that's a huge play for the defense.
All for naught. Offside, Okanagan. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Regina Rams.
Talk about dodging bullets here.
Chad Eamon, 6 for 11 in the first half. 44 yards passing. They have thrown the ball without their star running back in the lineup because he's hurt, Corey Olenek, so they've relied on the likes of Ikena Nagoka. He takes that ball in a 1st and 5 situation. It'll be 2nd down. They'll give him 3, I believe. I think it's going to be a 2nd down and 2 situation.
Sun's got to get under him on this play. If they're going to try to run up the middle, they're going to have to get underneath their pads and push them back and let their linebackers come across and stop them.
There's 3:46 left, 3:36 rather, in the opening half. Good football game so far. Regina leading it 10-3. Eamon takes it himself, and he'll get the first down. Boy, he just went in behind Barry Reeves, and Dennis Kotsetis, the 6'2", 250-pound left guard.
Yeah, he nearly slipped out of there. Luckily, was that number? Yeah, luckily number 34 was there.
Dennis Kotsetis did a nice job blocking, but he's injured on the play. We're going to take a break. It's 10-3, Regina leading the Canadian Bowl.
Silver Screen, 1170 Winnipeg Street. Call 757-3333.
Production crew air transportation courtesy WestJet Airlines. No truth to the rumor that WestJet is in financial trouble because of David Benefield getting into the peanuts on the flight here. Can I have another bag, please? Can I have another bag, please?
Let's not talk about that.
Can I have another bag, please? 1st and 10, Regina Rams. They're on their own 48-yard line, nursing a 7-point lead. Eamon's going to throw again, and he's going to go long for Warneke, and he's got it. Warneke with a great catch, and it takes 3 Okanagan Sun to bring him down. The ball comes up loose, but the official is going to rule that Warneke was down.
That's that height disadvantage over there. Warneke at 6 feet going against 5'7", Eric Duchesne. And that was a perfect pass. He put it up. Beautiful concentration by Warneke.
Oh, man, did he take a pop. He really got hit.
Yeah, look, I mean, he did not take his eye off the ball. Didn't even think about Terrence Houston there. The safety's got to get over the top. If you're a big-time player, you've got to be over there to make the big-time play. But Warneke made the big-time catch.
51 yards on the play. The Rams in business at the Okanagan 10-yard line. They already lead the game 10-3. This is huge, David, with less than 3 minutes left in the first half. Eamon takes a snap, fakes to Nagoka, rolls to his left. He can run. He fakes the throw. He's inside the 10, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Eamon having a very impressive first half without his star running back. He's had to improvise a little bit, and I would suggest, David, that he's doing a pretty good job of it.
He's doing a great job of it. The defense got sucked over a little bit to the right on that, looking for the run on that, and he had the whole sideline, the whole left of the field, actually, to run. If anything, you definitely want to go in at halftime up, but with the way it looks now, the Rams may go up by more than a touchdown.
They're going to burn a timeout here. They lead it 10-3. We'll be right back to Kelowna after this break.
McCallum Hill Insurance at 2151 Albert Street and in the Normanview Mall will take care of all your business, home, and auto insurance with professional service and advice. Cook's McCallum Hill Insurance, your SGI Canada broker, now with 2 Regina locations to serve you.
Chad Eamon back in the huddle after taking a timeout. Good time to take one. The ball is on the 5-yard line. They can still get a first down. First down would be at the 1-yard line. David, this is it might be a little early to call it crucial, but certainly an important part of the game right here. With a 7-point lead just before the half, a chance to go up by at least 10.
The Rams' offense is starting to click, and that is what's worrying me for the Suns.
Offensive line is doing a good job. Eamon's had time when he's wanted to throw it, and anytime he's rolled out, he's had some room to run as well.
They're not containing him, and they're giving him time to sit in the pocket. Anytime you do that, you're setting yourself up for disaster.
2nd and 4. Eamon takes the snap. It's a pitch out to his running back, number 36, Nagoka. He'll take it in for the touchdown. Akena Nagoka doing a heck of a job in place of the injured Corey Olenek. And the Regina Rams, with 2:42 remaining in the first half, have opened up a 16-3 lead with the converts still to come. David, here it is.
Simple play, toss. Got the inside sealed, and then the outside just one-on-one. Fullback came up and put a nice block on the outside backer. We've got number 55 pulling around, taking on the DB. And Nagoka, all he had to do is just find his line.
Rob Stewart and Phil Schnell tried to get there for the Okanagan Sun, but they couldn't get there in time. Good running there by Nagoka. Here's the convert by Pinckney. It's up, and it is good. So, the Regina Rams in command here in the 1997 Canadian Bowl. They lead the Okanagan Sun 17-3. We'll be back right after this break.
Saturn Isuzu of Regina wants to know what makes a difference in your life.
When people you don't know stop to help out.
When I spend more time with my kids.
Those nights my husband doesn't snore. When my children clean their rooms without being asked.
When you wear a jacket you haven't worn in a while, and you find $10 in the pocket.
Honest people.
What makes a difference in your life?
Yeah.
Once again, we'd like to salute our friends at the Best Western Inn in Kelowna. Accommodation for our production crew and Mr. Benefield, provided by the Best Western Inn.
There's some really nice people over there at the Best Western.
Well, they did give you a room, didn't they, David?
I'm surprised, actually, the way I terrorize places.
David checking out at 4 a.m. so that they...
Hey, now.
Here's the kickoff. Rams leading at 17-3. It is taken by number 30. And that's a pretty good-looking run right here for Eric Duchesne. He gets it up to about the 49-yard line. Duchesne, who was injured on a punt return, I believe it was, earlier in the game, is obviously healthy again. Not having a whole lot of fun with Chris Warnicki out on the corner, but nice run right there.
He's a smart guy. Get behind the big guys. Follow Terrence. Look at Terrence Houston waving him. Come on, follow me.
Took it on his own 20, got outside, got some help there from number 78. That's Travis Hertz. And look at Houston get up there and throw a block for him.
And he's still looking for someone to block. That's a big-time player. I think he actually deserves that label as a big time.
From Bakersfield, California. Here's the handoff. It is to Ronnie Arnold, and he's stuffed for maybe a gain of a yard.
I think Jeff Zimmer got to meet him personally up close, face-to-face. Arnold had a bunch of the guys draped all over him, and Jeff just came in and put his helmet right face-to-face with him. You got to like those kind of hits.
Zimmer's a player.
He's got that quiet, soft-spoken attitude. I mean, he doesn't say very much, not a flashy guy, just gets the job done.
A lot of guys play your game that are like that. Greg Korstrom, the quarterback, on a 2nd and 8, drops back, couple of steps, quick throw, it's to Houston. At the 55, he gets outside to the 50, and it'll be a first down for the Okanagan Sun. They keep this drive going just before the half. We're almost inside 2 minutes, 2:03 still to play. The Sun down 14 points.
Just a little out route run by Terrence Houston. He's doing his impersonation of Deion Sanders here, going offense and defense. And he is a very good runner, actually, with the ball.
From Bakersfield, California.
Actually, I see a little limp in his stride right now, so I'm wondering how long they'll keep tossing him the ball.
See how much he's limping once the ball snapped. Well, he's going to stay in and block on this play. Korstrom throws it a little bit behind, number 32. That's Dave Shirk coming out of the backfield. Korstrom off the mark with that throw. And maybe it was catchable, Dave, but it was a little bit behind him.
It was a little bit behind him, giving Jason Molchenko a time to come up there and put a little hit on him. Let him know he's in the area. Number 64 is just speed rushing, just getting, bringing the helmet with him. He's a big guy to be playing.
Almost a late hit. Brent Yancey. Tell you, the battle of the trenches so far. Got to give it to Regina. Korstrom's had to throw under duress a few times today. And see what happens here. Back to pass. Throws outside for number 25. That's Mike Feisthuber, and that's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 10 now for the Sun, and they're not going to mess around here at midfield just before the half. They're going to kick. Minute 34 to play, 17-3, Regina.
Right now, I'm really impressed with Brent Dancy, 5'11", 200-pounder. He looks a little bit heavier than 200 pounds. He reminds me of Bobby Jurison, actually, the way he gets in his stance and gets upfield.
Might be his idol.
I wouldn't doubt it being in Saskatchewan.
Home field's the same, David. Rams play at Taylor Field. Fans in Saskatchewan have really got behind this team this year. Maybe because they weren't favored to win it. But they upset their friends from Saskatoon, beat Windsor, and here they are leading 17-3 in the championship game. Good kick by Korstrom, fielded by number 21 on his own 3-yard line. Safe. And they're going to spot it on the 1-yard line. Good coverage by the Okanagan special teams. It's 17-3 for the Regina Rams. We're back after this break.
Knocked down on the play by number...
I'm putting this on for Daddy.
Everything looks fine down there. Maybe you'd like to invest in a carbon monoxide detector just for your own peace of mind.
Chimney safety is your responsibility. Sask Power reminds you to have all chimneys checked regularly for deterioration. You have a lot of good reasons to keep your home safe.
For everyone who loves you, be sure you're safe tonight.
A message from Sask Power.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. It's the Canadian Bowl at the Apple Bowl, which is the name of the stadium. Good coverage by the Okanagan Sun's special teams there to greet Jared Hoover. Thought maybe they got a single point out of the deal, but they spot the ball on the 1-yard line. Not a place the Rams want to make a mistake, David, with a 14-point lead and just a minute 22 left before halftime.
No, you don't want to give up an easy touchdown right here. You want to go in with that two touchdown jump on these guys.
Look maybe for Eamon to take the ball here. There's nobody in the backfield. Eamon takes it up to about the 3-yard line, gets a little bit more operating room.
That's a smart play, you know, get the clock rolling. Looks like maybe a timeout. Timeout by the Sun. Try to keep them down here, see if they can get one more possession before going in at halftime.
That makes sense. That's a good call in this situation.
Doing the play, the Rams will be 2nd and 8 with the ball at their own 3-yard line.
We'll take one more commercial break with the Regina Rams leading 17-3.
Speedy is best known for auto glass repair and replacement, but they also do home and commercial glass. If you can see through it, they can fix it. If you can put your head through it, better give Speedy a call.
Speedy Auto Glass, at Speedy we care.
Some cracked windshields have to be replaced. Others can be repaired. At Speedy Auto Glass, they do both. And either way, it's guaranteed. Don't take a chance. Take it to Speedy.
Speedy Auto Glass, at Speedy we care.
Regina Rams facing a 2nd down, 8 yards to go on their own 3. They do have a 17-3 lead. There's a minute 18 seconds left in the first half of the 1997 Canadian Bowl. The Regina Rams going for their 4th national title in the past 5 years. They've won 13 of the 15 national title games they've been in. Eamon will pitch it to Nagoka. He's trying to get outside. He's not going to get away. Nice defensive play by number 40 on the Okanagan Sun. Jeff Moody made the initial hit. He's going to limp off the field, too, David.
Hey, he's their big hitting at DB.
Nagoka can run. He's trying to get outside here. Moody gets after him here. He had a hand in the tackle, and it was number 34 there, Mike Latendre, finishing him off.
You got to go north and south sometimes, and Nagoka's got great speed, but you got to turn it up on occasion, and that's one thing that will get you down there on the down there in the red zone, running east and west instead of running north and south.
And Moody is hurt. As we mentioned, the Regina Rams have been quite a story in terms of Canadian junior football. 15 national title appearances, and boy, they've made the most of them, winning it 13 times, going after number 14 today. 3 of the last 4. They won it in 93, 94, and 95. In fact, their head coach, Frank McChrystal, has not lost as a head coach. He's won 5 national titles. He's 5 for 5. The Okanagan Sun, well, 1 title. And they won it in 1988. Cal Nesdoli, the head coach of the Okanagan Sun, was a member of that team. First year for Cal Nesdoli, as you look at number 40, Jeff Moody leaves the team. He's the rover linebacker for the Okanagan Sun, and this doesn't look particularly promising. He does have a half to recuperate, but obviously he's in a little bit of pain, David.
Well, I mean, the good thing is that he's walking off under a bit of assistance, but he's walking, so we'll see what's going on with him.
Todd Pinckney will be punting from his own end zone. Terrence Houston and number 30, Eric Deshane, back on about their 45 of the Rams, so it looks like Okanagan will get good field position. Here's the snap. It's a high one. Pinckney gets the kick off, and it's a low kick taken by Houston on the 38. He gets outside to the 30, to the 25. He's inside the 25 of the Rams. So with 42 seconds left in the first half, the Okanagan Sun, thanks to that man there, Terrence Houston, will have real good field position and a chance to get back within a touchdown before the half.
They almost got that blocked, actually, by...
Wasn't a great snap.
Yeah, it was close. That was close to being blocked. So
he got the kick off,
and then they kicked it to Houston, which is could be dangerous down here and the on their side of the field.
Boy, Houston, he is tremendous player. Korstrom's going to try to throw. Now he's going to run with it up the middle. He's got some room too. He takes it inside the 10-yard line of the Regina Rams. With 35 seconds left, the clock stops. Okanagan Sun calling for a timeout. I don't know if the players are hearing them. Yes, Terrence Houston says they want timeout. Houston don't at all. The Rams get the Sun rather get the timeout they wanted. 35 seconds left. They'll have a first down on the 9-yard line of the Regina Rams. Critical point of the game. You see Greg Korstrom go over for a chat with his head coach.
That was a heads-up play by the quarterback. They vacated the middle with the backer. He had no one open, just decided to tuck it and run.
That's Cal Nesdoli on the quarterback's left, and he's having a chat there with one of his coaches there. That's Ray Whitley, the offensive line coach. Ray played at the University of Oregon and he was drafted by the Saskatchewan Roughriders back in 1985. He's been coaching in the BC Junior League since 1989. It's his 7th year with the Okanagan Sun. All right, they're on the 9-yard line as you look at some of the grads that have played for the Okanagan Sun and now in the CFL. First down on the 9-yard line for the Okanagan Sun. They really need to put some points on the board. A touchdown obviously would be ideal. He's going to try for Houston, and it's incomplete. Houston looking inside. The ball was thrown outside, and Houston thinks that he was interfered with. Number 17, Chris Frankowski, with the coverage, and Houston is not happy. David, what do you think?
As a defensive player, I would say he did. Number 17 may have gotten a little bump. Yeah, right there. That's a bit too much contact in the end zone, and that was a catchable ball.
Pretty good throw right there by Korstrom. He put it where only Houston could catch it, but Houston may have had his progress impeded as he went after the ball. 2nd and 9. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Korstrom fakes the handoff. They're going to try Houston again. Same play, jump ball. Houston goes up, can't get it. No flags. Frankowski, the 5'11", 190-pound corner, again with the coverage. The Okanagan Sun have a decision to make here, David.
Frankowski's some kind of athlete. He's 5'11", going against the 6'3", 230-pound Houston. And that's really tough right there. I mean, he just times his jump, and he was just going for the strip because Houston used his body to shield him from the ball.
Looks like the Sun are going to go for it here, David, on 3rd down and 9. Field goal would make it 17-6 before the half, but they want to go for the touchdown.
I'm putting my eyes on Houston here.
3 men in the back. Houston outright this time. Everybody's in motion. It's a fake handoff, and Korstrom's going to have to scramble. He throws it up for Houston. It's incomplete. And no flags on the play. Is there a flag?
Flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. It's in the end zone. I was watching Korstrom getting after it with number 6 on the Regina defense, or number 66 on the Regina defense, Brent Nicholas. Defensive lineman doing a little
There's no flag.
walking. They would have called interference, I guess, if that ball was catchable. Number 66, Nicholas, coming out. He's popping again at Korstrom. So the opportunity lost for the Okanagan Sun with 17 seconds to play here in the first half. A despondent Terrence Houston. Boy, he's done everything he could so far.
It looks like he's gonna have to take it up to the other level for the second half.
I don't know if he's got another level, man. He's done everything he could so far, David. Korstrom had a little bit of trouble with his passing game in the first. Some good coverage. He's 2 for 13 for 29 yards. They've been unable to establish the run against this Regina defense, and they have not been able to compensate with the pass. But you can't blame Korstrom entirely. He's had quite a bit of defensive pressure from a very talented Regina offensive line. I guess the old battle of the trenches so far, David, is reflected on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Regina's definitely winning that, and that's allowing all their players around. They're such a team. I mean, there's no big superstar guy, with the exception, of course, of Jeff Zimmer. But, I mean, they're such an all-around good team. And when you have a great team all around you, you don't need a big superstar. You just need everyone just to do their part, and that's what they're doing.
The first half of the 1997 Canadian Bowl dominated by the Regina Rams. They capitalize on a turnover for 1 touchdown, and they'll take a 17-3 lead into the intermission here at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. There's your score. The Rams lead it 17-3. It's the Canadian Bowl.
Now, here's a person who knows where to take her damaged vehicle for body work. And here's the man she trusts, Corley Brills. His team at Elite Auto Body are top-notch auto body repairmen. They're well-equipped to get your foreign or domestic vehicle back on the road and looking good as new. Corley guarantees it. Rely on Elite Auto Body, where the name says it all. 240 Hodgsman Road in Ross Industrial Park.
For clothing with feeling, Manhattan for Men, main level Galleria.
Saturn Isuzu of Regina wants to know what makes a difference in your life.
When people you don't know stop to help out.
When I spend more time with my kids.
Those nights my husband doesn't snore. When my children clean their rooms without being asked.
When you wear a jacket you haven't worn in a while, and you find 10 bucks in the pocket.
Honest people.
What makes a difference in your life?
Silver Screen, 1170 Winnipeg Street. Call 757-3333.
At Pierre Amelot International, you have freedom of choice. We offer the most comprehensive approach to solving hair loss, and we let you decide what's right for you. Everything from hair loss prevention to the new micro hair transplantation, we have it all. We'll have you looking your best and feeling confident you've made the right choice. Call for your free information package right now. Call Pierre Amelot International today.
Cooks McCallum Hill Insurance at 2151 Albert Street and in the Normanview Mall will take care of all your business, home, and auto insurance with professional service and advice. Cooks McCallum Hill Insurance, your SGI Canada broker, now with 2 Regina locations to serve you.
Your prayers have been answered. First time in my life, everything is absolutely perfect just the way it is.
Find a place to park it. It's time for the Simpsons. Global's got it Sunday at 7.
Well, here we are.
Welcome back to the Canadian Bowl 1997 at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. The halftime score right now standing at 17-3 for the Regina Rams, stunning the Okanagan Sun in the first half of play. I am joined now by Ryan Reed. He is from nearby Vernon, and he's quarterback at the University of Saskatchewan. And Ryan, 1,000 yards passing, or over 1,000 yards passing, a rookie quarterback in the CIU, a great season.
I mean, yeah, the season went real well. We weren't expected too much after the national championship. Rebuilding year on offense, defensive side of the ball, they had everyone back. But, you know, with a brand new line, there wasn't a lot expected of us. And, you know, everyone played real well. I had some good receivers to throw to. Derek Malinchuk used to be at the Okanagan Sun. And they helped me out quite a bit this year.
Goal to reach the CFL?
I think so. My draft year's in 2 years, and I think the key for me is just to stay healthy. From what I heard, I have the size and everything like that. So, we'll just see what happens. You know, I'm just happy to be playing college right now, and down the road, yeah, it's one of my goals, I think.
Let me get your thoughts on this game out here, and especially the two quarterbacks and how they've performed.
Yeah, well, we got two smaller guys, but they're real scramblers, and I think once they develop that passing game, you know, just a few long ones, I think it's going to open up in the middle, so maybe some screens, maybe some few outs. But from what we're seeing so far, you know, both teams are going to blitz quite a bit because the quarterbacks are runners, so they're going to try to get them out of that pocket.
And from a quarterbacking position, you can't blame weather conditions. The weather's ideal, the field conditions, so it's strictly having trouble with the defenses.
Yeah, definitely. The field looks great. I mean, it's the best field I've seen all year, and yeah, I think what the key is for the defense is to keep these quarterbacks contained, not let them get outside and get something deep. So I think Regina will probably come out through a few screens. They got some quick backs, and Kelowna, you just got to keep trying. They're gonna get a deep ball pretty soon.
All right, best of luck with you the rest of the time at the University of Saskatchewan, and maybe one day up in the CFL.
All right, thanks a lot, Pat.
All right, thank you very much again, Ryan Reed from Vernon. And quarterback for the University of Saskatchewan, the first rookie quarterback to throw for over 1,000 yards in the CIAU. And once again, the halftime score at the Apple Bowl right here, 17-3. The Regina Rams leading the Okanagan Sun. We're back with more from Canadian Bowl 97 after a quick timeout.
Saturn Isuzu of Regina wants to know what makes a difference in your life.
When people you don't know stop to help out.
When I spend more time with my kids.
When my children clean their rooms without being asked.
When you wear a jacket you haven't worn in a while, and you find 10 bucks in the pocket.
Honest people.
What makes a difference in your life?
You could be so lucky.
And she says, no, I think you're the missing ticket from Saskatchewan for the big draw. And she showed me the printout, and it had more threes on it than I ever seen in my life on a check. The proceeds from the lottery are given back to the people of Saskatchewan, and I think that's great.
You could be so lucky. Have it your own way, just like it ought to be.
Now, here's a person who knows where to take her damaged vehicle for body work. And here's the man she trusts, Corley Brills. His team at Elite Auto Body are top-notch auto body repairmen. They're well equipped to get your foreign or domestic vehicle back on the road and looking good as new. Corley guarantees it. Rely on Elite Auto Body, where the name says it all. 240 Hodgsman Road in Ross Industrial Park.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl, Canadian Bowl 97. Halftime festivities are underway at the Apple Bowl here in Kelowna. The halftime score, 17-3 for the Regina Rams over the Okanagan Sun. A battle of the defenses. It has been an incredible first half as far as the defenses go. Very little offense to tell you about, a couple of big plays. But right now we want to take you back to last night because that was the Canadian Banquet of Champions Award held at Capri Hotel in Kelowna, where they honored the top individuals both offensively and defensively, and as well handed out the Canadian All-Star Awards. And of course, one member from the Okanagan Sun voted the Offensive Player of the Year, and a member of the Regina Rams voted the Defensive Player of the Year for junior football in Canada.
The nominees for Outstanding Offensive Player were quarterback Dan Gray from Windsor, Regina Rams pivot Chad Eamon, who has led his team to the national final with a mix of his scrambling and passing ability, and Okanagan Sun running back Ron Arnold, who ran for over 1,200 yards, scored 12 touchdowns and averaged 9.2 yards a carry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Canadian Junior Football League Offensive Player of the Year for 1997 from the Okanagan Sun.
Breaking my leg last year. So receiving this trophy is a huge step from looking back last year, and people said that I had a chance of being All-Canadian if I got to play the full season. I never believed it, you know. This is his dreamland.
On the defensive side of things, St. Leonard defensive back Robert Pearson was up against Regina Rams linebacker Jeff Zimmer and Okanagan Sun defensive back Mike Latendre.
I'm pleased to announce that the Canadian Junior Football League Outstanding Defensive Player for 1997 from the Regina Rams linebacker.
It was pretty exciting for me because last year our strong side linebacker won this award also, and I moved into his position, so I was just hoping to fill his shoes, and it turned out it was a pretty good season.
Well, as you saw, those are the top players named in Canada for junior football, the top individuals, and the top two teams going at it in the Canadian Bowl 97 here at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. Once again, the halftime score, 17-3 for the Regina Rams. A bit of a stunner as far as the score goes. Many anticipating the Okanagan Sun to have more offense than that, but they haven't so far. We'll see what materializes in the second half. We are back with more of our halftime show after a quick timeout.
Home recreation? Think pool, a beautiful piece of furniture with hours of entertainment at affordable prices. Visit Gould's Home Recreation for top quality, unbeatable selection, and superior service. Gould's has been in business for over 45 years, and they stand behind the names they carry. Look for quality tables, such as Brunswick and Oldhausen. Gould Home Recreation. Quality, service, selection, a winning combination.
Gould's Home Recreation, across from Toys R Us on Idlewild Drive, 1146 Broad Street.
November is Capital Pontiac Buick's birthday, and everyone's invited. Right now, take advantage of Capital's 5th anniversary celebration. With 2 locations and Southern Saskatchewan's largest selection of new and used cars, you get the best deals. Like the exciting 1997 GMC Jimmy, well equipped at $379 a month. Or a 1997 GMC Sierra Extended Cab 4x4, only $418 a month. Be sure to ask about our 5 will get you 5 birthday promotion. Only at Capital Pontiac Buick Cadillac GMC, 1350 Albert Street at 2220 Victoria Avenue East.
Well, the halftime show continues at the Apple Bowl, Canadian Bowl 1997 in Kelowna, and I'm joined now by Bob Lindsay, president of the Okanagan Sun junior football team, but also he has been named the Executive of the Year for both the BC Junior Football Association and Canadian Junior Football in Canada. Congratulations, Bob. Your thoughts, first of all. We'll talk about the game in a second. I know you got mixed feelings about that. Congratulations, your thoughts on being named Executive of the Year.
Well, it's not a one-man show in the Okanagan Sun organization. We have 16 directors. We have over 50 volunteers. We have a clubhouse staff that is second to none. Coaching staff is dedicated. It's everybody. It's an organizational award. It certainly isn't a one-man award.
Well, and you were instrumental, as well as the committee, in putting on a fantastic show going on behind us, not to mention a football game being played, probably the best game to be played at the Apple Bowl. I know you put a lot of work, a lot of hours into this.
We all did, and it's a great game, and it's not quite going our way yet, but I know the guys will come out in the second half and turn things around.
How about the volunteer force it took to get to where we are today?
We have a volunteer force of about 75 or 80 here today, just controlling the crowd. Just the biggest crowd I've seen at the Apple Bowl since I've been involved in football here. I suppose we have about 5,000. They're all over the place. It's standing room only. And the grounds people are doing an excellent job keeping it under control.
Right, let's talk a bit about the football game, because I know it's churning inside right here for you, because I know you're pulling for the Brown team out there. What's going on?
Well, right now, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. We seem to get things going. We get flagged. They do things that we think are penalties. The flags stay in the pockets. I don't know what to say about it. It's not the first time this has happened here with this officiating crew. And I'm going to talk about that. I don't like the way they're officiating the game. We have 6 penalties in the first half. They have none. We get our receivers actually hauled down. They call nothing. They push off and catch a pass. There's no call. I'm saying their officiating is inconsistent at best.
It's sounding like sour grapes. I know it's one-sided, but
Well, maybe it is sour grapes, but I've seen it too often here, and really, I don't know what to say about it or do about it, but we're just going to come out in the second half. Our team will come out in the second half. I know they've overcome adversity before, and they'll overcome this too, and we'll come out firing on all cylinders in the second half for sure.
All right, given that, and of course, this is a stepping stone for a model for future Canadian Bowls. I think other committees are going to look at what you did. What do you think the future of the Canadian Bowl is going to be?
Well, I think this starts it off, and I think this can set the tone for what they can be. They can be a real show. They can be an entertainment package. The football certainly is important, but so is everything else that goes on around the football game. And I think that our committee this year has done an excellent job in putting this together. I would like to see it continue as it is, and I would like to see the the Prairie Conference team carry on and put on a show next year.
Great show going on here, Bob, and hopefully a good second half of football coming up.
Me too, Pat. Thank you.
Bob Lindsay, the president of the Okanagan Sun junior football team, and of course his team is trailing at the half by a score of 17-3 to a very good Regina Rams football team. We are back with more from Canadian Bowl 1997 after this quick timeout.
You could be so lucky.
When you win $100,000, the sense of being debt-free is almost physical. We don't always play the extra or the plus, but I'm sure glad we did this time. That's a check for $100,000 made out in my name, and you have to like that.
That's right.
You could be so lucky. Have it your own way, just like it ought to be.
Auto glass replacement is a game for pros. The windshield in your car is part of the body structure. It must be fixed properly. Don't take a chance. Take it to the pros at Speedy Auto Glass.
At Speedy we can.
Some cracked windshields have to be replaced. Others can be repaired. At Speedy Auto Glass, they do both. And either way, it's guaranteed. Don't take a chance. Take it to Speedy.
Speedy Auto Glass. At Speedy we can. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it.
Welcome back to Kelowna, where halftime festivities continue at the Canadian Bowl here at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. Hi, everyone. I'm Barry McDonald, along with David Benefield. You remember him, of course, from the BC Lions, the Ottawa Rough Riders, and for the 1996 season, the San Francisco 49ers. It's the Regina Rams leading it, David, 17-3. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, Regina's really controlling the line of scrimmage. Their DBs are covering up the big guys like Terrence Houston. And anytime you get and their linebackers are scraping, stopping Ron Arnold on the run. So anytime you do things like that, their offense, the Suns' offense, is going to get a little rattled.
Yeah, Ronnie Arnold ran for over 1,200 yards during the regular season, the national MVP on offense, but just 6 carries for 23 yards in that first half. Penalties, certainly a bit of the story. 2 touchdowns for the Regina Rams, both on the ground. It's a 17-3 score. The first touchdown scored by Jason Claremont, a 3-yard run. He plays a lot of slot back, Jason does. But on this occasion, he's in the backfield with lots of help up front, and he powers in. And that helped Regina get on the board. They'd had a field goal, and that gave them a 10-0 lead. The Okanagan Sun got 3 points back to make it 10-3, but once again, the Regina Rams took it downfield and basically took it right down the Okanagan Sun throat to take a 17-3 lead. Again, it was on the run. And one of the men doing a very good job with the leading rusher, Corey Olnick, out of the lineup because of injury. That's, again, in Nagoka, taking it in from 5 yards out, and right there, that's pretty much the whole story. 17-3 the score. The stats at the half, David, pretty much indicative of what's gone on, too.
You know, the Rams are just doing everything right now, with the exception of the pitch, which was called the fumble, which was called back on the penalty. The Rams are doing the right thing. They're really composed right now. I don't really see any flaws in their offense or defense.
Penalty certainly a big story. Bob Lindsay didn't like the job the refs did in the first half. We'll see what happens in the second half. It's 17-3 for the Regina Rams, and we'll be back with the second half kickoff from Kelowna right after this break.
Everything looks fine down there. Maybe you'd like to invest in a carbon monoxide detector just for your own peace of mind.
Chimney safety is your responsibility. Sask Power reminds you to have all chimneys checked regularly for deterioration. You have a lot of good reasons to keep your home safe.
For everyone who loves you, be sure you're safe tonight.
A message from Sask Power. Classified. The following message is in code.
Veronica Psychic swims with the Thin Man. We fly at midnight when the frog howls furiously. Are his tube socks wet? Ask the bearded fat lady. Repeat, ask the bearded fat lady. The Eggman waits for no one. For his hovercraft will eat no figs.
When Sarah wakes up, I don't want her skin feeling wet and clammy.
So we asked child educator Julie Froud to test the super absorbent Pampers Baby Dry. Pampers invented their Baby Dry system so it's precisely placed for maximum absorbency. It helps keep wetness inside and keeps baby skin even drier than before.
I think Pampers Baby Dry are wonderful. When Sarah wakes up dry, she's so happy.
Make them happy. Help keep them dry with Pampers Baby Dry.
Now, here's a person who knows where to take her damaged vehicle for body work. And here's the man she trusts, Corley Brills. His team at Elite Auto Body are top-notch auto body repairmen. They're well-equipped to get your foreign or domestic vehicle back on the road and looking good as new. Corley guarantees it. Rely on Elite Auto Body, where the name says it all. 240 Hodgsman Road in Ross Industrial Park.
Running a business takes hard work, long hours, careful planning, and money. If you'll take care of the rest, Sherwood Credit Union will help with the money. Small and medium-sized companies can get lost in the financial shuffle. But that's the kind of company we pay attention to at Sherwood Credit Union. Companies that know the value of community support. Sherwood Credit Union. We're known by the companies we keep.
Saturn Isuzu of Regina wants to know what makes a difference in your life.
When people you don't know stop to help out.
When I spend more time with my kids.
Those nights my husband doesn't snore. When my children clean their rooms without being asked.
When you wear a jacket you haven't worn in a while, and you find 10 bucks in the pocket.
Honest people.
What makes a difference in your life?
Oh, the host committee's done a wonderful job here in Kelowna this week for the Canadian Bowl, and we've been hosted very nicely by our friends at the Best Western Inn in Kelowna. Accommodation for our entire production crew provided by the Best Western Inn. Second half about to get underway, 17-3. The Regina Rams lead it, going after their fourth national title in the past 5 years. The Rams will kick off to start the second half. They received the opening kick. Terrence Houston, number 8, will be one of the men back for the Okanagan Sun. Well, I got that all backwards. It looks like the Okanagan Sun are kicking off to start the second half. That's a heck of a... There goes the perfect half, David. Huh? there goes the perfect broadcast.
Well, you only get... Well, you got thoughts.
How did these two teams get here, you may be asking? Well, how about if we tell you? In the BC Junior Football Championship, Okanagan knocked off the Abbotsford Air Force by 14 points, 35-21 the final there. Regina had to go through Saskatoon to beat the unbeaten Hilltops, 46-27. That was in the Prairie Football Conference Championship. It was then on to Windsor to knock off the Windsor team that had beaten its rival in the Ontario final. So that's how they got here. And I'll tell you what, the Regina Rams overcame a 28-3 lead in the Eastern final. Won that game 38-31. They don't have to overcome anything right now. They've got a commanding 17-3 lead. And I'll tell you what, interesting listening to Bob Lindsay, the president of the Okanagan Sun at the half, openly complaining about the refereeing. 4 penalties on the Sun, none on the Rams. Tell you what, I think the Rams didn't get beat, or the Sun didn't get beat by the officials. I think the Rams were simply the better team in that opening 30 minutes, David.
Definitely not. They're controlling the ball on offensive line and defensive line. Anytime you got your big boys doing the job for you, oh, and that's a great play.
Chris Briltz takes the pitch, and the first play of the second half is a good one for the Regina Rams. It'll be a gain of about 10 yards, I think. It may be a first down. Chris Briltz, kind of a little shuttle play, David.
Simple pass. You get worried about the quarterback, and he pitches it underneath to the running back, and that opens everything up, because once you start worrying about the quarterback running, you forget about the running back. He makes you take your eyes off him and lose the running back.
Eamon had a good first half, 7 for 12, 95 yards. He's a threat to run, and that, you know, when you've got a quarterback that's not a threat to run, you can basically leave him alone and concentrate on other people, but he's had a great game so far. He's going deep here, a little bit of a bump down there, no flag called. Number 11, there is a flag in the backfield, however. This one's it's going to be a hold on the Regina Rams.
The defense for the Suns, they're going to have to score, and if the offense can't score, the defense is going to have to score.
At the very least, they're going to have to force some turnovers in scoring position. Jason Claremont, the intended receiver on that play. It's a hold. It's against the Regina Rams. Sun coaching staff trying to decide whether to accept the penalty here. I don't see why they wouldn't.
5-3, offensive lineman, hand to the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
Whoa, you're going to be taking that one, that's for sure. Number 53, the left tackle, big Todd Krenbrink, guilty of hands to the face. Anytime you get a 15-yarder, you jump all over that. It'll be 1st and 25. We've just started the second half. Glad you're with us. Barry McDonald along with David Benefield of the BC Lions and Pat Kennedy down on the sidelines. The 1997 Canadian Bowl junior bragging rights at stake. Eamon drops back the pass, and Eamon takes a tumble. Number 45 for the Okanagan Sun. Doing a little woofing, doing a little tweeting.
Looks like
Nate Krieger.
Oh, it looks like his lineman actually got pushed back that fast, just enough time for him to trip up on his feet.
Okanagan Sun, with the help of the big 15-yard penalty, trying to make a statement here early in the second half. 2nd and 29. Eamon's going to try to throw. Good protection again. Rolls out of the pocket again, looking for a receiver. Throws down the sidelines. It's out of bounds. Warnicki is a tended receiver. Well covered. My hunch is that Eamon basically threw that one away.
Yeah, there was really nothing there. But the one thing I noticed is that the receivers are positioning themselves against the shorter Eric Duchesne. So they're really going at him today.
It's a 3rd and 20. That's Warnicki there. A 3rd and 29 play. And you're right, it was Warnicki matched up against Duchesne. So the Rams, first drive of the second half started well with Briltz running for a first down, but a penalty and a Eamon stumbling on second down play, forcing the punt. Busy man today, number 29, Todd Pinckney. He's got a field goal, a couple of converts, and he's had a lot of punts.
Oh.
He gets this one off, and it'll be Terrence Houston. He's got it at his own 45-yard line, up to the 50. He's up to midfield. Another good return. Every time he touches the ball, David, he looks dangerous. It's 17-3 for the Regina Rams. We're back after this break.
Screen, 1170 Winnipeg Street. Call 757-3333.
We're back at the Apple Bowl, the Canadian Bowl, at the Apple Bowl here in Kelowna. 17-3 Regina Rams. Perennial power in National Junior Football. Right in the Okanagan Sun's home stadium, with a 14-point lead in the second half. Big series. It's the first one of the second half. Korstrom's going to pitch. to Ronnie Arnold. Arnold, pretty good little run here by Ronnie Arnold. That's a gain of about 12, David. A first down for the Sun. And I'll tell you, they really got to establish the run. You talked about it in the first half, but Arnold, 6 carries, 23 yards. That's not going to get it done.
They're going to have to establish the run. Looks like they're going back to page 1. Toss, sweep out to Arnold and short side of the field, and just let him do all the work. Right now, he's running. He reminds me of like a Warwick Dunn from Tampa Bay, the way he just shoots back and forth. But he's going upfield, and that's what I like.
Number 67, Adrian Gilmore, the nose guard, making the tackle for Regina. Korstrom pitches again, same play. Arnold again, gets outside again. He's got some room. Down the sidelines, Arnold showing his wheels, and Okanagan doing what they really need to do. Establish the run. Arnold, 2 carries. That one. Same play again, David. Not a lot of room to work with.
Toss, sweep to the right side, short side of the field. Got guys getting knocked down out there. I think at halftime they found something that they liked over on that right side, and they're going to go after it.
23 yards in the first half, 30 yards on his first 2 carries here in the second half. We've got an injury, so we're going to take a timeout. 17-3, the Rams leading the Canadian Bowl here in Kelowna.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
In this game, there's no room for amateurs. Hockey? Sure, but I'm talking about auto glass replacement, and the pros at Speedy Auto Glass. It takes expertise and the latest technology to do the job right. It's not as simple as it used to be. So don't take a chance. Take it to Speedy Auto Glass.
Steve, we gotta get back to the game.
You have got to be kidding.
Speedy Auto Glass, at Speedy we can.
for all of their cooperation and support.
Welcome back to Kelowna, 17-3 Rams. Taking some air out of the big Okanagan balloon in the first half. A team that has not lost a game this year. 12-0. The Rams came in with 2 defeats. This does not look good. For number 25 on the defensive side of the ball, that's Corey McKee, the inside halfback, 5'8", 180-pounder, injured on that last play, and he's getting some help from his friends coming off the field. Not a whole lot of use speculating what might be wrong with him, but it's a fair guess it's something from the waist down.
That's not good because they're carrying him. So anytime you get carried off, you really have to panic. I mean, you should start to wonder. I mean, I don't know.
You always want to run off if you can, David. All right, first down, Okanagan. They're on the 25-yard line. Guess what? Same play. Arnold again gets outside, another 5. Oh, big hit. Arnold keeps going. There's a flag on the play. Arnold took a serious pop and just kept on going. But let's see what the call is.
By number 46, Royal Harden, penalty flag in the flag.
Preliminary indication is a hold against the Okanagan. Here's the play, Dave. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They're going to go back to it until these guys stop it.
Look at the hit he takes
sweep.
here.
Big hit by number 46, Royal Harden. Hey, that's a good job by a middle linebacker to get down the line and come across and put the head across there.
Good job by Arnold to keep going. Well, look at him stay on his feet.
Great running backs have that balance and that ability just to keep the legs moving.
However, it is all for naught. A holding penalty. Pushes the ball back to the 35-yard line, so it'll be a 1st and 20. Again, penalties hurting the Okanagan Sun. Man in motion, that's number 75, Trent Green. Again, it's a handoff. This time it's up the middle. Pickup of 5 for Dave Shirk, the big fullback. 5'11", 195-pounder. That sets up a 2nd down and 15 for the Okanagan Sun.
They're running behind 6'5", 280, Dan Skurlak, and I would run behind him all day. 6'5", 280. You're going against a 5'11", actually a 6'3", 240-pound Sharon Gilmore. So it's a little bit of a weight mismatch over there.
Well, on the first couple of plays, those pitches to Arnold, they obviously work going around the right side. See what they do here? It's a passing situation, 2nd and 15. Korstrom rolls out. He throws. It's intercepted. Intercepted by number 24. That's Jason Melnichenko. Big play, Regina Rams defense. The interception, and the Rams will take over about their own 35-yard line. Ouch, if you're the Okanagan Sun.
Momentum was in your corner, and then they had to go to the pass thanks to the penalty. So threw an interception into his zone coverage. 24, number Milenchenko was just dropping back and just threw it right to him.
Tough to tell who the intended receiver there might have been. Kevin Snell, underthrown, obviously. The big play by Jason Melnichenko, 5'10", 200-pound halfback, defensive halfback. Rams take over on their own 34-yard line. That is a big play. Eamon rolls to his right, looking for a receiver. There's a flag on the play. Eamon out of bounds on the 42-yard line. The flag in the backfield. It'll be a hold against the Regina Rams.
Yeah, it looked like number 52 actually pulled the guy from behind when Elam came around him. So, God, you just can't give away any penalties down here on your red zone. And I feel really bad for the Suns right now because they had an opportunity to get at least a 3 points out of it. Yeah, actually, that was number 50 who just tugged him just a little bit.
Well, they didn't call it a number 50, Dave. I think they got Todd Krenbrink for the hold. At least that was the call. I don't know if they would have called number 50 James Schiller on that one. I don't know if that was enough. But number 53, Krenbrink, 6'7", 280-pounder.
He's always the easiest guy to find.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, so it's a first down, 20 situation. Rams on their own 24. Eamon is going to throw. No, he's not. The little shuttle pass to Briltz. This play's worked well for them all day, and it's working well right here. Big gain. Gain of about 19 yards, nearly a first down. I think we're going to be a situation of 2nd and 1. David, why is that play working so well?
What Chad has done, he's got the defense. He's basically destroyed their eyes, so they're looking at him the entire time because they don't know if he's going to throw or run, and he just hands it off underneath to number 33, Chris Britz. And that was a great run by the big fullback at 5'10", 210. He's a bowling ball out there, and he's got great speed. And that gives a big boost of emotion actually to the Rams.
They look very impressive so far. Their offense has clicked well. They've mixed it up really well. 12 passes in the first half.
You know, when I was down in San Francisco, the guys talked about when they went to the Super Bowl, and they said that they were so experienced in the Super Bowl. They've been there before, and the San Diego Chargers had never been. They got so caught up in the emotion and everything going on, and that's why they were blown out.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying that the Suns going to get blown out, but that has a lot to do with it, the experience of the big game.
It's a real intangible. First down and 10 yards to go. It's a pass complete over the middle. That's number 11, the slot back, Jason Claremont, 6'1", 235 pounds. And it takes a few members of the Okanagan Sun defense to get him down. Claremont having words there.
Brent McNichols, I watched him on the sideline yesterday. He's a big guy, and he's limping right now, but he was flying downfield for the offensive line, just trying to get that block that could actually free a guy.
Yeah, he
that's
gets
what you really
after
like out of offensive line.
He was getting after it with Korstrom in the first half, the quarterback for Okanagan. Eamon looks very impressive, making good decisions. Their offense looks very, very smooth. They're now in Okanagan territory. First down, the fake handoff to Nagoka. Eamon rolling to his right, looking for a receiver. He sees number 11 again. Claremont, he had it, dropped it, got popped, incomplete.
It's a great hit by Folk to get that pass out of there.
Well, I think Claremont probably knows that one got away from him. Pretty good throw there by Eamon. He runs back, and
he's buying his line time by his rolling ability, and you got to like that. And he's a little upset with himself after that.
It's pretty cool, though. Doesn't get too excited. Chad Eamon, 5'10", 180-pounder, at the controls of this Regina offense. 8:20 left in the third quarter of the 1997 Canadian Bowl. The Rams in command with a 14-point lead. 2nd and 10 from the Okanagan 53. Eamon back, scrambling, can't get away. Number 36 has got him. No, he doesn't. Gets away. Finally, it's number 49 putting the finish on him. That's Chris Zimmerman with the sack.
The Suns look like they made some adjustments at halftime on defense. Their linebackers are getting back, clogging the lane. Oh, and number 66 is down.
That's your friend, Mr. Nicholas.
I like that kid yesterday. I mean, he's a great-sized kid. I mean, he looks like he's a man. I mean, he's a definite man out there. But he seems to be in a bit of pain. Looks like he may have rolled his ankle.
Ouch. Ryan Bridge had a hand in that sack for the Okanagan Sun, but it was Chris Zimmerman providing the finish. That's a lot of hurt right there. That big guy, 250 pounds. He's still got something to say to the Okanagan Sun bench as he comes off the field.
He's telling them, I'll be right back. Don't you worry about it. I'll be back.
Brent's got some big ears, man. He's not missing much this game at all. Whether or not he gets back into it, we'll soon see. Punting situation. Once again, Todd Pinckney, busy man today. He takes the snap at his own 40 and gets the kick away. It's coming down to number 30. That is Eric Deshane. Deshane, oh, I don't know if that was a face mask or not. Looked like it almost was. Number 65 had a hand in there. Return to about the 33-yard line. We're going to take a break here from the Canadian Bowl in Kelowna with the Rams leading 17-3. Thanks again to our friends at WestJet Airlines, our production crew's air transportation provided by WestJet Airlines. The Okanagan Sun will take over. First down on their own 32-yard line. 7:30 left, third quarter. And the Rams of Regina leading the Okanagan Sun by a score of 17-3. Greg Korstrom hands it off once again. It's Ron Arnold. David, they've done what you suggested maybe they should have done more of in the first half, and that's establish the run. They're going. Now Arnold's getting into a bit of a pushing match here with Melnichenko, the man that made the interception. Well, actually, it's number 48, the linebacker, Derek Wolbaum. Arnold would be best advised to get back into the huddle and see what he can do on another first down play. I think they got the first down. It's close. They may measure this one, actually. Arnold's run for 40 yards in the second half already.
I don't know why they actually got away from the run in the first half. This looks like it's working. If that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do.
Last play, you'd have just over 10 yards, and it's on first down, first and 10, their own 43.
It is a first down. Okanagan Sun on their own 43.
You don't change the recipe if you don't have to.
Jeremy White bringing the play in from the sidelines. Greg Korstrom telling the rest of the boys what it is. And let's see what the Okanagan Sun can do from an execution standpoint from their own 43-yard line. First down. Korstrom calling signals. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw to number 32. That's Dave Shirk coming out of the backfield. Big play for the Sun. Shirk into Regina territory, about the 51, maybe the 52-yard line. And the Okanagan Sun's offense certainly has looked more impressive here in the second half.
Now, that play was set up by 32. He's been leading out there. When he runs up to the line of scrimmage, he's been leading on a run. This time, instead of the run, they let him run out into the flats, and there's no one there. No one got over to cover him. So we got, what do we have, a first down? First down.
It is a first down on the 51 of the Regina Rams. Boy, you take away that penalty and the interception, and the Okanagan can feel pretty good about what their offense has done here in the second half. Handoff, this time it's Ron Arnold again. Another good run by Arnold. Fumbled the ball, and tough to tell from here who's got it. Regina's not getting too excited. We'll wait till they uncover their Okanagan ball. Woo. It'll be another first down, and Ron Arnold can thank somebody. Well,
looks like, let me see here. The turnover bug has been really hitting them down here on the Rams side of the ball.
Trent Green got to the ball just before Jared Hoover, the safety for Regina.
Jeff Zimmer, all-star.
That's heads up by number 75.
That was Jeff Zimmer, the all-star, stripping the ball.
Another good run by Arnold. Nearly negated by the fumble. Korstrom hands it off. This time it's Shirk. He'll get maybe 3, setting up a second down and 7. Arnold now 10 carries for 78 yards, 4 carries for 55 yards here in the second half.
makes the quarterback's job a lot easier when you have that running game now.
The Sun will be second down and an 8. The Rams 37.
You think this might be a passing situation, David?
Second and 7. Yeah, I'm going to have to go for it. Oh, yeah, they're bringing the both backs over. He's probably going to roll. Look at that.
Hands it off to Arnold inside. Not a whole lot of running room. He'll take it down to the 35. Again, more pushing and shoving after the whistle. What the Okanagan Sun do not need right now is a penalty. 3rd and about 5. Field goal situation.
I'd look for a fake down here. They brought Big Houston in here. And they've got really there's 4 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter, so they can actually go for it.
Well, it looks like they're not even going to try the field goal. Looks like they're going to try the punt, but again, as Dave mentioned, Terrence Houston is in there. Fake is a possibility, and I don't think they'd be fooling the Rams this time. It's going to be a punt. Korstrom gets it off. It's fielded on the 10-yard line and immediately snowed under on the return. Good coverage by the Okanagan special teams. That's Jared Hoover on the return. 17-3 Rams. We're back after the break.
Number 21, Jared Hoover with the punt return.
Cook's McCallum Hill Insurance at 2151 Albert Street and in the Norman View Mall will take care of all your business, home, and auto insurance with professional service and advice. Cook's McCallum Hill Insurance, your SGI Canada broker, now with 2 Regina locations to serve you.
For 2 people who just met, Dharma and Greg are sure hitting it off.
I'm glad we waited till after we were married.
They say opposites attract. Dharma and Greg. 7:30 Tuesday, Global's got it.
Back of the Apple Bowl in Kelowna, BC. National Junior bragging rights at stake. And right now, the Rams can do a whole lot more bragging than the Okanagan Sun. As you look at the head coach, Cal Nesdoli. He's been on the staff since '91. This is his first year as a head coach, succeeding Darren Bresden. He was a member of the '88 Okanagan team that won the national championship. But right now, he's concerned about number 36 on the Regina Ram. That's a good run. Akena Nagoka with the run. It'll be a first down.
Can't give up first down that easy.
Well, they had field position, too, from a defensive standpoint at Okanagan.
Nagoka has a deceptive speed. I mean, sometimes he looks like he's just gliding and he's taking off by past guys.
Nice tackle on the play there. Number 35, Ryan Folk, doing the job. But not before. Nagoka had 17 yards and a first down. Chad Eamon, the quarterback for the Regina Rams, takes the snap. Oh, it's a fake. The number 33, Chris Briltz. Telling you what, David, he faked me. I'm not sure how Briltz got that ball. I think Briltz ended up taking it from the center.
The play action is really slowing the Sun rush down. I mean, I thought that was maximum protection there.
Yeah,
it was a trick play.
Not quite the fumble-rooski, but
close.
Briltz ended up taking the snap. Okanagan Sun not fooled. 2nd and 7. Big play here. 2:40 left, 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7. Eamon takes the snap, drops straight back. He's going to try to run with it. Almost gets stopped. Gets up to the 38-yard line. And I believe he's going to be just short of the first down.
The Sun is they look to be totally off balance right now. They're getting first down runs from the run game, and then the quarterback comes up and runs for a first down.
Here's that play again. Oh, no, this is the same. I thought this might have been the handoff to Briltz. This is Eamon on the quarterback draw. Almost runs into his own, well, did run into his own man there, got away, and managed to get near the first down. They are going to measure. Boy, they put in a very interesting play, offensive set today, the Regina team has. I mean, there's just been nothing really that the Okanagan guys have been able to key on.
Yeah, they're not getting any breaks, actually. You would think they would throw long, but they're not throwing long. They're throwing underneath. And then the times that they are throwing long, they're throwing, they're going with the height advantage.
7 yards, the Rams will be 3rd down, less than a yard to go.
Third down, less than a yard, and the Rams are going to go. Here's the trick play. It was 51 that ended up getting the snap. Trust me. Interesting call here, David. Third, you're in command, third and short. Unless they're going to try to draw them offside.
This is the ultimate battle of the trenches right here.
Eamon takes the snap.
Oh, depending on the...
Well, we'll see what kind of spot he got. What he got. One member of the Okanagan Sun.
The Sun got a good push on that
one. A
one.
little celebrating. Tell you, if he's got this, he doesn't have it by a whole bunch. They might have to measure again. This is huge. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter. What a break this would be for the Okanagan Sun. What do you think of the play call?
Well, that's really all you can do. You don't want to risk it by handing it too deep in the backfield to a guy just in case the Sun gets a huge push up there.
Well, what about going for it in that situation when you're up 14 points and you're in your own end?
You know, he's really confident with his O-line right now, and you got to go with the flow. And
great call. They got the first down.
Exactly. He looks like a genius then.
Didn't get it by much. Regina hangs on to the ball.
Now, you got to start to panic as the Sun defense. I mean, they've been on the field a little while now.
Can't be panicking, but you can...
Well, I would panic.
Panic time?
Someone's got to make left, third quarter. Got to make a big play here. That's what you start thinking. It's not really a panic. It's
so
just
much for the calm, cool demeanor of David Benefield when we watch him play. You panic?
I'm the first one that goes, someone better make a big play if I don't do it myself.
Are you going off in those huddles all the time? Eamon's going to throw. He's putting it up deep. Man out there, good coverage. Oh, it's a great catch and an interference call. I'm going to assume it's defensive interference. Michael Thomas with the catch. Justin Leonard with the coverage. And it's going to be offensive pass interference.
Oh, yeah, they're fighting. Let me see. Oh, there's a push-off. Number 10 did push off. Thomas did push off.
One more look right here. Justin Leonard in position to make the play. Tough to see it there. But they called Michael Thomas, number 10, for a push on Justin Leonard.
That was a really acrobatic catch, though, by Thomas.
17-3 Rams. We're back in a moment. Back at the Canadian Bowl in Kelowna. Barry McDonald along with David Benefield of the BC Lions. Pat Kennedy working the sidelines for us. 1:35, clock running late in the third quarter. Rams in command of a 14-point lead. They led it 17-3 at the half. It's still 17-3. They got a 1st and 25 on their own 23. Eamon hands it off to number 33, Chris Broth. He rumbles up to about the 32, 33-yard line. Good run for Broth.
Simple draw right there out of the shotgun formation. Just to get yourself a little room to work with. You know, you don't want everyone totally knowing what you're going to do every time, so they decide to run up there.
Just straight ahead.
They're going to
Ryan Folk in on the tackle, David. Excuse me.
Oh, they're going to have to make it. They're going to have to make a really big play here. They've got to turn the ball over, hopefully down here, while there's still some time. Well, in the third quarter.
Benefield with his finger firmly on the panic button. Eamon's going to try Thomas again. Let's see what happens this time. It's a completion. Big play down to the Okanagan Sun 42-yard line. But guess what, David? Wiped out by penalty. We got a hold on Regina. It's coming back.
The Sun has dodged another bullet. Eamon has got so much confidence in his receiver, Thomas, right now. He's just throwing it out there, and Thomas is making the great catch.
Hey, that's good coverage by Justin Leonard. He just maybe didn't look back for the ball in time, but great throw by Eamon. All for naught. Holding.
He couldn't have thrown the ball any better than that.
23-yard line.
Well, maybe Mr. Lindsay's halftime message got through to the officials because there's been a whole lot more penalties called on the Rams here in the second half. They weren't called for a penalty at all in the first half, but they've already been called for 4 penalties here in the second half. 4 penalties for 50 yards, and boy, that's a huge swing. They would have had the ball at the 42. Here they are back on their own 23, 2nd and 25. Let's see what Eamon does. He's going to drop back, straight back, scrambles a little bit, throws a short pass to number 36. It's complete, but Nagoka well short of the first down. Good tackle by Mike Latendre, the 6'5", 185-pound defensive back. Safe play here for the Rams.
I think they just did that just to get better punting position. So it was really, they weren't expecting too much out of that play just to get field position. But they've eaten a lot of time off that clock.
Yeah, well, the third quarter is complete. See if they get the punt off before the end of the third quarter. No time showing on the clock. Todd Pinckney will punt before the quarter officially ends. He's back at his 15. He'll take the snap there and kick it from about his 20. Houston and DeShane back to receive. It's going to be Houston taking this on his 36-yard line. Houston heads left, gets a block, and Houston gets up to the 50, turns the corner at the 55 into the Regina territory down to about the 52-yard line. Boy, every time he touches the ball, you think something exciting is going to happen. He's a great athlete. So that officially ends the third quarter, David. No scoring in the third quarter. It was 17-3 at the half for the Regina Rams. They're 15 minutes away from their 14th national title. See what the Okanagan Sun can do in the final 15 minutes. 17-3. We're back after the break.
I'm putting this on for Daddy.
Everything looks fine down there. Maybe you'd like to invest in a carbon monoxide detector just for your own peace of mind.
Chimney safety is your responsibility. Sask Power reminds you to have all chimneys checked regularly for deterioration. You have a lot of good reasons to keep your home safe.
For everyone who loves you, be sure you're safe tonight.
A message from Sask Power.
Our eyes met over shoulders. You smiled, and then I knew.
The evolution of the species. A welcome addition to the new Manhattan for Men. Fine Italian milled fabrics in fashionable European cuts and styling. Affordable, elegant. Fashion that stays in fashion.
With you.
Home recreation? Think pool. A beautiful piece of furniture with hours of entertainment at affordable prices. Visit Gould's Home Recreation for top quality, unbeatable selection, and superior service. Gould's has been in business for over 45 years, and they stand behind the names they carry. Look for quality tables, such as Brunswick and Oldhausen. Gould Home Recreation. Quality, service, selection. A winning combination.
Gould's Home Recreation, across from Toys R Us on Idlewild Drive, 1146 Broad Street.
Cook's McCallum Hill Insurance at 2151 Albert Street and in the Norman View Mall will take care of all your business, home, and auto insurance with professional service and advice. Cook's McCallum Hill Insurance, your SGI Canada broker, now with 2 Regina locations to serve you.
It's one of the most rewarding relationships a person can have.
No, frankly, I don't have time for this nonsense.
That's a good one, Dad.
My whole world makes sense again.
Back to Kelowna, and thanks once again to our friends at the Best Western Inn in Kelowna. They've provided the accommodation for the production crew, and apparently room number 130 is an unmitigated disaster. All right, the Okanagan Sun have 15 minutes to get it done. 17-3 the score. The Regina Rams leading it. They start in good field position. Derek Korstrom throwing out here for his, or Greg Korstrom rather, throwing out here for his brother. That's Derek. Good job by brother Derek, twin brother. Catch and run down to the 35-yard line.
How many passes have they thrown to each other over the years?
Oh, no kidding, David. There it is. Quick two-step drop back. Korstrom to Korstrom. Nice move here.
Great spin move. And Zimmerman over with the tackle. Jeff Zimmer.
Put the good move on Mike Sirkin to cut it back, and right there. Zimmer gets over there with Craig Briere. So the Sun are on the 35-yard line. Little trouble with the execution there, but once they get the ball to that guy, Ron Arnold, anything can happen, and he makes it happen. Good job there. Ron Arnold taking it down to about the 22-yard line. Okanagan in good field position. David?
Well, they got, the Rams 136 yards passing, 226 yards total versus the Sun 141 yards rushing and 39 yards passing. The rushing is great if you're ahead, but if you're behind, hey, that eats up a lot of your time on the clock.
Penalties in that quarter, 4 of them to the Rams, but they maintained their 14-point lead. Here's Arnold trying to do something. A lot of dancing, not a whole lot of production on that play. Defensive line for the Rams doing a good job, and guess who was in on the play? David, number 42, Jeff Zimmer.
Jeff Zimmer, strong side, outside backer, just all over the place. Great pursuit coming in here. He's just got a beat on him, and that's all you need. Because he's got everyone else. He's shaking and baking, and everyone else is just filling all the lanes. He's got no place to run right now.
Give number 58, Kieran Gilmore, credit. He really messed up the lane there. 6'3", 240-pound defensive end doing a good job. 2nd and 7, Sun. Korstrom calling a sign. Signals, drops back. He's looking for Houston over the middle. He's got Houston over the middle. Houston fumbles the ball, and the Rams recover in the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Regina Rams.
They went to the big play guy, and just 4 guys just got over there, stripped the ball. He was fighting to make something, get in the end zone.
Zimmer.
And Jeff Zimmer doing his impersonation of a bad punter.
Here it is. Great job by Houston to make the catch, but he gets popped right there, and the ball comes out. Good tackle back there. I think it was Jared Hoover. Turnover, Rams, and that's Houston, who's either got a broken heart or something else. He's hurting.
He's more upset over the turnover.
We'll go to break. 17-3, Rams leading.
November is Capital Pontiac Buick's birthday, and everyone's invited. Right now, take advantage of Capital's 5th anniversary celebration. With 2 locations and southern Saskatchewan's largest selection of new and used cars, you get the best deals. Like the exciting 1997 GMC Jimmy, well equipped at $379 a month. Or a 1997 GMC Sierra Extended Cab 4x4, only $418 a month. Be sure to ask about our 5 will get you 5 birthday promotion. Only at Capital Pontiac Buick Cadillac GMC, 1350 Albert Street at 2220 Victoria Avenue East.
Big turnover. Big turnover. Touchback, Regina Rams recovering Terrence Houston's fumble in the end zone. They'll start 1st and 10 on their own 10, still leading by 14. 13-12 remaining in the 1997 Canadian Bowl. It might be time to panic for the Okanagan defense, David. Eamon drops back at the quarterback draw. He's got some room. He's up over the 20 to about the 24, 25-yard line. Gain of 15 yards. First down, Regina.
They're going to have to keep a backer in the middle to mirror this guy because he's just getting out. He's just sitting back there waiting, and then there's no one there in the middle to cover him.
How does that open up like that, David? Is that just a slot back taking?
The backer starts to get their pass drop read. Next thing you know, you've got a big lineman in your face as a backer. You don't want that 6 yards deep.
Huge hole. Eamon, shotgun. Little shuttle pass there to Briltz again. They've ran that play successfully, and they do it successfully here again.
It's almost like an option out of the shotgun formation. Eamon's got everyone worried about him running, and that time he actually pumped it, allowed his running back to get free, and then tossed it to him.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1, clock moving, 12:15. Certainly time a factor now.
Yeah, here it is. He actually just waited, pulled 45 in, didn't pitch it too soon because 45 would have broke off his pursuit of Eamon and gone right after his running back for probably a loss on the play.
Yeah, if you're Nate Krieger, man, you really want to be able to get a pop on the quarterback in that situation, but Eamon has just done a wonderful job running this offense. 2nd and 1, he'll hand it off. That's the big guy, Claremont, and I think the Okanagan Sun held him. There is a flag on the play. Let's check the call just before we take a break. It's going going to be either illegal procedure or offside. Let's see what they call.
We have no flag.
We have no flag.
At 64 and 66.
All right, let's take a quick break. 17-3 Rams leading at the Canadian Bowl here in Kelowna.
You could be so lucky.
Well, it's starting to sink in now, and that's an awful big check, seems like. There's a lot of figures there. I don't know what the rate of return was, but I think it was pretty high.
You could be so lucky. Have it your own way, just like it ought to be.
Well, we thought initially that the Okanagan Sun had held, but apparently not. Jason Claremont's forward point of where he advanced the ball to, good enough for the first down. Big first down as the clock keeps running. 11:40 left to play. Rams leading 17-3. The Okanagan Sun really in need of a turnover or something to get themselves back in this game. It's a handoff to Nagoka. He's hit by number 26. Nice job there.
That's a DB that really comes in there head first, gets his head in there.
Phil Schnell doing the job there for the Okanagan Sun.
He just takes on the lineman. Well, he actually avoided the lineman and just went for the ball. That's a great play by DB with a big offensive lineman in your face.
Yeah, Todd Krenbrink was trying to get to him, but Schnell got to Nagoka before Krenbrink could have any say in it.
6'7", 280 pounds coming at you isn't a good thing.
Takes you a little while to get there, too. 2nd and 8. This is a big play. Eamon is dropping straight back to pass. Good rush. And he's sacked by number 50. That is Scott Tallman, the very talented nose tackle, 5'10", 250-pounder who's had an outstanding season. We haven't called his number a whole bunch today. They've done a pretty good job on him. But boy, when the Okanagan Sun needed a big play, they got one from Scott Tallman.
You need a guy that's part crazy and very fast, very strong at the nose. We have a guy, Dave Chater. You need guys like that. And that's what makes the 3-4 go. Just get in there and make a big play.
10:14 left to play. We'll be back after the break.
For 2,500.
At Pierre Amelot International, you have freedom of choice. We offer the most comprehensive approach to solving hair loss, and we let you decide what's right for you. Everything from hair loss prevention to the new micro hair transplantation, we have it all. We'll have you looking your best and feeling confident you've made the right choice. Call for your free information package right now. Call Pierre Amelot International today.
Big play for the Okanagan Sun here to open the fourth quarter. A punt return. As you see the replay here, this is the punt by Todd Pinckney. And it's Eric Deshane doing a real nice job up the far sideline. Again, the Okanagan Sun have good field position. They're on the 31-yard line. Let's see what they can do. They have to do something, Cal Nesdoli's bunch do right now. It's desperate time. 9:39 left to play. 21-yard return by Deshane. It's a pitch to Arnold. Around the left side, gets a block from Shirk. Tackled at about the 25-yard line. It'll be second down and about 5 yards. Good second half for Arnold.
2nd and 5 is what you want. I mean, that toss play's been working all day for positive yardage. So I'd actually stay with that and need a lot of time, put all the pressure on my defense to come in and make the big play.
2nd and 4, 9 minutes to play. Big play for Greg Korstrom in the Okanagan offense. Shirk in the backfield. He's in motion. He's in there to throw a block for Ronnie Arnold. And Arnold, what a great individual effort he does. And he has got the first down.
Ronnie Arnold has actually taken it to the other level for the second half. He's rushed. I'm not sure actually how many yards he's rushed for this half, but he's running like a man possessed right now because time is ticking.
Looked like number 48 there. Derek Wolbaum had him wrapped up for a minute, but it took Jared Hoover to finally get him down, but not before he got the first down. He's down to the 20. Arnold now. David, you're right. Over 100 yards for the day on 15 carries. He only had 23 in the first half, 83 yards in the second. Korstrom to throw. Complete to his brother. Good running by Derek Korstrom down inside the 5-yard line, down to the 3-yard line. Korstrom to Korstrom, and the Sun are in business inside the 5.
You got the DB playing a bad alignment right now. He's playing way inside. His brother runs an out route. He cuts it back against the grain. Great spin move there. And the great thing about Korstrom is that when he feels all the pressure, he covers up the ball.
Mike Facehuber did a nice job coming back to make a good block for him as Korstrom cut it up inside. 8:05 to go. 17-3 Rams. Okanagan threatening. Korstrom calling the signs from the 3. Hands it off. No, he's going to... It's number 10. Touchdown. Greg Korstrom keeping it himself. I thought he'd handed it off to Dave Sharp. Well, if I was a linebacker on that play, I would have been fooled. I thought he'd given it to Shark, and then it looked like he'd given it to Ronnie Arnold. But evidently, I wasn't the only one fooled. Number 10, Greg Korstrom taking it in for the touchdown. Finally, the Okanagan Sun get into the end zone of the Regina Rams. And we've got ourselves an interesting finish coming up, David, with less than 8 minutes to go. Point after crucial. Derek Korstrom, the wide receiver who did such a great job setting up the touchdown. Now to kick the extra point. It's perfect. 17-10. You see the clock. 7:55 left to play. Hang on, folks. We're coming right back. A touchdown separating the two best teams in the nation.
It's not easy raising kids. There are a lot of temptations out there. Drugs, alcohol, vandalism. But there are good choices as well. In Saskatchewan, we're lucky. There are healthy, positive activities in every community. Keeping children off the street and giving them the life skills and self-esteem they need to survive. Get your kids involved. It could change the rest of their lives.
Well, Cal Nesdoli can certainly feel a whole lot better about his team's chances now than he did a few minutes ago. His players trying to get this capacity plus crowd going, and they're going. We've got nearly 5,000 here at the Apple Bowl to watch the National Junior Final between the Rams and the Okanagan Sun, and boy, it's been a good game. Regina dominating for the most part through 3 quarters, but now the Okanagan Sun have put 7 points on the board. It's a 17-10 ball game, and number 7, Justin Miller, is about to kick it off. Nagoka back to receive, along with number 26, Chris Ashman.
If you let any high-powered team hang around long enough, they will come back to get you.
Good kick by Ashman. He's pumped up. Nagoka will take it inside his 5-yard line. He's up to the 15, the 20, the 25, where he's tackled at about the 28-yard line. Number 42 making the hit for the Okanagan Sun. That is Doug Bankert doing a nice job on special teams. Now it's up to the Okanagan Sun defense, David.
The Rams have been holding the ball, trying to eat away at the clock. Eamon's probably going to start dropping back, passing a little bit. That play action will definitely come into effect right now in the fourth, late in the fourth.
There you see the Okanagan Sun sideline. They are stoked right now, but Chad Eamon's going to try to silence the sellout crowd here at the Apple Bowl. He pitches to Nagoka. He's to the 25, or the 35, to the 30, I should say, and up to about the 33-yard line. I'm so excited I can't read the yard markers. It'll be second down and about 7 yards for the first down. 2nd and 6, they call it.
That was tackled by Ryan Falk, DB. Just coming across, following the play. Great pursuit.
Nearly forced a fumble there. Nagoka hung on to the ball. Big play here. It's getting a little redundant. They're all big at this point of the game. It's a 7-point game. 17-10 Rams. We've got 6:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Eamon drops back. He's going to throw, or he's going to try it. He throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Pass intended for Michael Leaston, the 6'4", 210-pound slot back, thrown a little bit behind him. I think it was catchable, David.
They were working on a receiver screen. The receiver's going to come underneath. They're going to let the defensive line get upfield and the backers get upfield, and then they just drop it off. Only problem is he didn't hold on to it.
He had a lot of company. Even if he caught the ball, I don't know if he was going to go very far. Number 45 there doing a nice job defensively. That was Nate Krieger applying the pressure, the 6'3", 240-pound defensive end. So it's a punting situation. Todd Pinckney standing inside his own 20. It'll be Houston, and it'll be number 30 back to receive. That is number 30, Eric DeShane, but it's Houston on the 35. He goes to his left a couple of steps. He's up to the 40, breaks the tackle. He's up to the 45. He's at midfield. He's inside Regina territory, down to the 38-yard line. Terrence Houston. Boy, what a day he's had.
You could feel the crowd's breath. Just all of a sudden, they just held their breath.
Every time he touches the ball, you think something's going to happen. We're going to take a break. 6:13 to go. 17-10. Rams leading the Canadian Bowl.
How would you like to spend Valentine's Day in the Caribbean? Yeah. I'm Greg Morgan, inviting you to enter Global's 10th anniversary Star Watch and Win contest. You'll find a special feature on Global Television in today's leader post. Simply match the photos of television stars with Global's top programs and name 3 local stars from Global's news, weather, and sports, and enter to win great prizes, including the grand prize, a Valentine cruise for 2 courtesy of Tradewinds Travel and Global. Check today's paper for your official entry form and complete contest details.
Terrence Houston, David Benefield is the real deal. Takes this punt inside his own territory, and he does the rest.
Threw a little fake, ran over a guy there. Great blocking by the special teams. Everyone's sealing the left side of the field. And then it's just one-on-one. And number 74, actually, he's made a couple of big tackles today for the Rams.
He's a running back for the Rams, but he hasn't been doing a whole lot of that today. Great tackle, maybe a touchdown saver. Korstrom fakes the handoff. He's going to throw, looking for his brother again, and it's almost intercepted. Almost intercepted back there by number 20, Craig Briere. Korstrom looked like he lost his footing, David, just as he threw the ball.
You know, you've got Craig Briere playing an inside leverage on the guy. His brother ran an out and was setting up an out and up, actually, because they've been hitting the out all day. So he actually threw the ball just a little early. Greg threw the ball just a little early, and they had the out and up wide open.
2nd and 10 from the Regina 39. Korstrom up over center. Devin Rogers is center. Drops straight back. Throws it over the middle. Oh! Intercepted! Number 23 intercepting the ball for the Regina Rams. And oh, that's a big play. There's also a flag. It came after the interception. But what a big, big play that was by Mike Sirkin. Pass was intended for Mike Facetuber, but Sirkin stepped right in front of him and made the pick.
Sirkin's in for McGee, who went out on an injury, and he just read the quarterback's eyes. The quarterback never even saw him, and he just stepped in front of it and took off.
Big play, big play for the Regina Rams with 5:21 to go. They have the ball and the lead. We'll be back after the break.
After the interception,
I'm putting this on for Daddy.
Everything looks fine down there. Maybe you'd like to invest in a carbon monoxide detector just for your own peace of mind.
Chimney safety is your responsibility. Sask Power reminds you to have all chimneys checked regularly for deterioration. You have a lot of good reasons to keep your home safe.
For everyone who loves you, be sure you're safe tonight.
A message from Sask Power.
Ground transportation while in Kelowna provided by National Tilden. National Tilden with locations all across Canada. Big turnover, 5th of the day for the Regina Rams. 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 on downs. They lead at 17-10. The penalty was on the Rams, but it was after the interception. Eamon once again on the quarterback draw. He's tackled at the 17. Number 50, Scott Tolman, the big nose guard, making the tackle, and Tolman has had a great second half, David.
Well, you know what they're banking on is that the Sun is so ready to get upfield that they've got the draw open for them, and that was a good play by Tolman to wait, get upfield a little bit, and then come back underneath after he read the draw.
It would be a tad redundant to suggest that this is a big play, but I'll do it anyway. Big play. 2nd and 7. 4:33 left to go. It's 17-10 for the Regina Rams. Chad Eamon up over center. Takes the snap, drops back. Looking for a receiver. He's got some company back there, and he's sacked by number 45. Big play. Nate Krieger sacking Eamon. Just what the Okanagan Sun defense needed. Boy, has that defense really gotten it done when they've needed them the most.
They got a blanket coverage on all the receivers. Number 50 gets upfield. Tillman scares him, moves Eamon out of the pocket, and all of a sudden you got number 45 just come over and clean up.
Yeah, Tolman's done a heck of a job in this second half. So the whole defensive line has done a great job. They've got to the quarterback, and there it is, number 45 getting his lunch right there. Nate Krieger, all 6'3", 240 pounds of them. Hey, the Okanagan Sun, David, playing with a little bit of panic in their game, and now Pinckney has to punt from his own end zone.
There's nothing wrong with playing with panic, just as long as you remember what you got to do.
But he gets the kickoff. It's a good kick. It's coming to Deshane on the Ram 48, up to the 45, gets inside the 40. They'll probably spot it at about the 39-yard line. With 3:24 to go, that man right there has given the Okanagan Sun everything they could ask for. Great field position and a 1st and 10 with 3:24 remaining. It's just what you want in your national title. A great game. It's close. It's exciting. Two outstanding programs. The Okanagan Sun, 12-0 on the season. 10-0 during the regular season. They won both of their playoff games to advance here. The Rams lost twice during the regular season to Saskatoon, but when it mattered the most, they beat the Hilltops, then beat Windsor to advance here. They get the ball in the hands of Terrence Houston on a reverse. Little shake, little bake. He's inside the 35, stopped by a host of tacklers down around the 31-yard line. A gain of 7, maybe 8. Now we're going to be looking at a huge 2nd and 2 or 3 for the Okanagan Sun. David?
When the game's on hand, you want to give the ball to the man, and they're giving the ball to Houston. And right now, if anything, take it upfield and get out of bounds. Save all the time you possibly can on the clock. Go back to your money plays, the pitch, the sweep toss, things like that.
It's a 2nd and 3. 2:54 remaining. Clock starts. Horstrom up over the ball. Shirk and Arnold in the backfield. It'll be Arnold taking the handoff. He gets popped right at about the 30-yard line. He is short of the first down. There's not much doubt about that. It's just by how much he's short. Zimmer, surprise, surprise, in on the tackle.
Big Jeff just stepped in there, filled the hole. You see him, and that's how you bring your feet with you. You bring your butt, and you just drive through. Some guys stop their feet. You stop your feet, the running back can still get the extra yard that he needs. But Jeff just brought his feet, brought his whole body with him, and made a great play in the hole.
Brent Dancy in on the tackle as well, but it was really Zimmer who packed the punch there. You see why he was named the Outstanding Junior Defensive Player of the Year at the awards ceremony last night. You heard from him at halftime. Huge play. 3rd and 1. It's a pitch out to Arnold. He's around the left side. He's got the first down and more. He's going to go. Touchdown. David Benefield. They shut him down in the first half. I don't know if they shut him down. Okanagan shut themselves down. They never really gave him the opportunity to run the ball. But what a show he put on in the second half. A 30-yard run. And the Sun are a convert away from tying this thing up.
Dangerous running back. Start outside, cut back upfield, use the speed to get away from everybody. Dangerous running backs like work done.
They stopped him for 23 yards in the first half. 137 yards now. So in the second half on 11 carries, he's got 114 yards. And now the crucial point after. It's up. It's good. We're tied up with 2:10 to play. 17-17. Overtime looming as a possibility.
You can't sleep on a running back like Arnold. I'm sorry. You can't sit there and think your teammates got him or anything like that. You've got to get over there and make sure. This guy will slip and pull away and fight through tacklers.
Well, the pitch out has been hugely successful for them, going both sides, and I think that's the key too, David. It's not like they've been able to say, okay, we'll stop him on this side and he'll try the other. They don't know what side he's going to, and that side he went around the left side with help over there from Stolting and Clausen. 30-yard touchdown run, and the Apple Bowl in Kelowna is going nuts over the Canadian Bowl. A 17-3 deficit wiped out here in the fourth quarter with 2:10 to play. We got a 17-17 football game. What a dandy.
Now it goes back to the pressure goes back to the special teams to make the play, keep them down there in their field, on their side of the field.
Number 7, Justin Miller to kick off. He really boomed one the last time. Nagoka took the last one on about his 4-yard line. We'll see what he can do here. Oh, the adrenaline's flowing, isn't it? Nagoka. No, it'll be the other back down there taking the ball. And it's a pretty good-looking run back by number 26. That's Chris Ashman, still going. He fights up beyond the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And then we got a little altercation going on down there between number 35 of the Okanagan Sun, Ryan Folk, getting into it a little bit on special teams down there with Juan Serrano. Here's the run back again. Pretty good job by Chris Ashman, David. Some missed tackles.
One guys have to keep their heads up and stop diving for him. And Chris Ashman is actually a really dangerous returner.
Trent Green, the man who brought him down, the man injured on the play, number 42, Doug Banker. 2:01 left to play in a football game that maybe has been better than advertised.
It's how badly do you want it for the defense of the Sun right now?
Well, I'll tell you what, old Mo is on their side. That's a huge thing in football. You talk about it all the time, but it's a huge factor in this game. A game that's so physical, it's built so much and played so much on emotion. Okanagan's had it all here in the fourth quarter. Look what it's done for them.
Mr. Momentum's on the sideline for the Suns right now, that's for sure. And, I mean, anytime you get the momentum, anything can happen. Any little play becomes a big play like the run just now. And any tackle all of a sudden becomes a fumble-causing tackle. So momentum's definitely on the side of the Suns right now. If they can hold them down here, they may have the game.
Doug Bankert looking a little woozy as he walks off the field. Regina will have a first down on their own 32-yard line. The 350 or 400 people from Regina, or at least from Saskatchewan that came for the game, drowned out right now by the 4,500 or so that are going for the hometown Okanagan Sun. Great game. Eamon takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking for a receiver. Good coverage, throws it over the middle. Oh, number 36 for the Okanagan Sun had a chance to make the interception. It was right in the midst of Ryan Bridge. He couldn't believe his good fortune.
Oh, that was right in the hands. Hey,
never saw him.
You get an interception, you get a new girlfriend, you get your name on the cover of the newspaper. You got it all.
Oh, my. Pass was intended for Jason Claremont. Looking at the replay, you know Eamon never saw Ryan Bridge. 2nd and 10. On the 32, Eamon drops back to pass. Good coverage again. Throw short, incomplete. This place is going nuts, David.
Special teams now. Once again, it's on the special teams. Big punt right here, and you hold them. You've got a chance to maybe hold their defense, their offense down there on their side of the ball. But you've got two dangerous returners back there. I don't know. It's up to the Rams special teams right now.
$1.50 left to play in regulation. You see Eamon right through there. I say regulation because overtime is looming as a distinct possibility. 17-17. That 17-3 lead evaporated. Ronnie Arnold's 30-yard scamper tying this game with 1:50 left to play. Barring the unforeseen, Okanagan Sun are going to get the ball back. End-over-end kick, not a good one. It's to Houston and his 40. Going left to the 45, up to the 50, to midfield. He breaks the tackle. He's inside the Regina 45-yard line. Terrence Houston every time he touches the ball.
Big players play big in big games, and he's definitely the big guy right now.
Oh, my. He has atoned for a turnover here in the second half. He was just heartbroken after that fumble inside the 5-yard line. At that point, it really didn't look very good for the Okanagan Sun, but they've come back. Good tackle there by number 74, Derek Woitis, a force on special teams for Regina. But, boy, a good run back for Houston.
Well, the Rams went to maximum protection, and that'll sometimes that doesn't allow you to get your guys downfield as fast as you need.
Ronnie Arnold running a little tentatively over the left side, looking for something to open up. It didn't. Good defense, Regina. The ball's on the 40-yard line, a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. A field goal from here would be from 47 yards. We'll see what they decide to do should that happen, but they've got another full down here. It's 2nd and 8. Passing situation, Okanagan has run the ball very successfully this half. Cal Nesdoli, in his first year as the Okanagan Sun head coach, leading the team to a 12-0 record. Former player. Korstrom drops back. Oh, he's sacked. Big play, number 64. That is Brent Dancy, who at an undersized 5'11", 200 pounds has been a force.
He's the best pass rusher out here today, and I'm really impressed with his speed for his size. Once again, though, they were looking for the out. They were looking for the out route because that corner is still sitting inside. So they were probably going to run the out on this one, and they're actually lucky they got that ball back.
Korstrom hurt on that play. He's down on one knee. Yeah, Greg Korstrom, the quarterback for the Okanagan, he's down. Looks like he's holding his left wrist. And that is not a good sign for the Okanagan Sun. Number 17, John Coy, who holds on place kicks, is warming up on the sidelines just in case Korstrom can't go. Oh, wouldn't that be something? 1 minute left to play in the 1997 Canadian Bowl. Hey, you must be enjoying it. Barry McDonald along with David Benefield of the BC Lions. There you see number 17, John Coy, just taking some snaps just in case he has to go in. Korstrom does come off under his own steam. I think they'd have to take him out of here in a stretcher. Tell you what could happen here, David, with a good punt. He'd really need to boom it. But a single isn't out of the question.
That's right.
Nagoka back to receive along with number 21. It's not going to get to the end zone. Good job fielding that, and a big pop. There is a flag. Might be no yards. We'll wait for the official announcement. Nice job by Jared Hoover to come up and make that catch. They didn't want to let that one hit the ground.
No, loose ball bouncing around, bounces in the end zone, 1 point. Possible fumble, guys trying to pick it up late. That was a good field.
Ronnie Arnold doing it all here in the second half, but he didn't give Jared Hoover enough room to catch the ball. That's pretty obvious. So that's a penalty. And with just 34 seconds remaining, the Rams have the ball on their own 26-yard line. They don't want to turn it over here.
And you don't want to sit on it and let the clock run out. Definitely not.
Eamon will pitch back to Nagoka. He breaks one tackle, gets it up to about the 35-yard line. 28 seconds remaining.
Nagoka, the ball carrier. Right down on the play by number 40, Jeff Moody. 8 and 8, the Rams will be second down and 2 yards to go from their own 35.
Overtime again, looming as a very distinct possibility. They'll play 2 10-minute halves, David. not sudden death.
Okay.
18 seconds remaining in the game. Heeman pitches again. Nagoka again, dancing around in the backfield. Gets some room, gets it up near midfield to about the 47-yard line. 5 seconds remaining in regulation time.
That was a great move by Nagoka, actually. He made a guy actually miss, dive and miss. Watch right here. I mean, he just made 26. I mean, nearly break an ankle back there, as we like to say in football.
You like to say that?
Yeah, well, we don't like to say it. You definitely don't want anyone saying it about you on film.
You're saying it about the other guys.
But as we say in football, he nearly made you break an ankle. Oh, and he's out there with number 26, actually. Number 26 is out there with a clubbed hand anyway.
Frank McChrystal, a very successful head coach of the Regina Rams, has seen his team squander a 17-3 fourth quarter lead. The Rams, with the hometown crowd working in their favor, battling back to tie this thing at 17. Overtime, likely. 5 seconds left. The Rams have the ball on their own 47-yard line, and barring a miracle, we're working overtime, David.
How much should we get paid for that?
I was about to tell you about that. Heeman takes the snap, drops back, and he's going down at the 45-yard line. And we're going to overtime. Number 45 making the play for the Okanagan Sun defense, Nate Krieger. And what a fourth quarter he and the D-line has had. We are going to overtime in the 1997 Canadian Bowl at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. The Regina Rams 17, the Okanagan Sun 17. Stay with us. We're coming back.
Screen, 1170 Winnipeg Street. Call 757-3333. For clothing with feeling, Manhattan for Men, main level Galleria.
You could be so lucky.
The most I've ever won a lottery check is $3 million.
3.3 million.
Yeah.
Unless you want to give me the 300,000 change.
You can have the 40 cents.
As a little extra on my part. I can have the 40 cents.
Yep, that's yours.
Oh, you're so generous.
You could be so lucky. Have it your own way, just like it ought to be.
Well, folks, regulation time is over, but nobody has left their chairs at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. We are headed to overtime in the Canadian Bowl 1997. 17-17, they will play two 10-minute halves to decide who is the 1997 junior football champion in Canada. What a game it has been. The Okanagan Sun scoring two fourth-quarter touchdowns to erase a 17-3 lead. Excitement on both benches. This is uncharted territory for both teams. For one thing, the Okanagan Sun have never trailed this late in the game.
to come back in the fourth quarter. Now we're headed to overtime. It is incredible. The feeling here is electric. This is what you want for a championship game. I was going to try and talk with Terrence Houston, but as you can imagine, he was called off to do a little duty. These guys are going to be getting ready for 2 10-minute halves to decide the national championship. We're going to throw it back upstairs, but if we can get a player in here for a quick comment, we will try to do that. But right now, as you can see, maybe just stay with me as we go and try and check out. Coach, come on in. And your feelings going into overtime, what's going to happen?
We're confident. We're confident. We're going to take it to them. We're going to stop them like we have in the last quarter. The offense is going to take control and go down and score some points.
This is uncharted territory for your team. You've never been here before.
We're experienced. The team was there last year in Saskatoon. They know what it's like. They don't want to taste that feeling again.
Okay, you can see the intensity on the players and the coaches. This is what it's coming down to decide the 1997 Canadian Bowl. It's going to be exciting. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you, Pat. Ken Perry, the defensive line coach for the Okanagan Sun. And boy, his defensive line did a heck of a job, David, in that fourth quarter, particularly the whole second half. They held Regina without a point, but getting the running game going was crucial for the Okanagan Sun.
Oh, yeah, they actually went against the odds. Normally teams just automatically, when they get down by a couple touchdowns, start throwing the ball. And they just went back to page 1 of their playbook and just started running the ball. And then the defensive line just started getting upfield and making things happen, something that they didn't do in the first half.
We'll have a look at Ronnie Arnold's big touchdown run from 30 yards out. He was held to 23 carries, 23 yards rather. Who's excited? On 6 carries in the first half. Here's the play that late in the football game tied it up. This is a little help from his friends, but it's a lot of Ronnie Arnold too. Nice back. Played in Winnipeg last year. The program folded, and look where he finds himself, maybe on a national championship team. Stats at the end of regulation, and boy, did the Sun close the gap in that second half. In fact, their total yards, 27 more than the Regina Rams. I'm telling you, without the turnovers, we wouldn't be sitting here for overtime. The Okanagan Sun would be hoisting a trophy right about now. Turnovers, an incredible neutralizer today.
Oh, no doubt. Turnover will kill you. I mean, turnovers are the things that coordinators and players fear the most.
Well, the Okanagan Sun, though, has managed to overcome a lot. You have to really, they've showed championship form here by overcoming a lot of that stuff. It would have been easy for them to pack it in after that turnover by Houston inside the 5-yard line. Hey, they were still down 17-3 at that point. But they battled. Their defense got them back in this game. The offense finally capitalized on the opportunities given them by the defense.
I'm actually surprised with them, because normally teams that win by like large margins all the time and are used to winning, they get down like that and things don't go their way. They normally want to just, hey, let's fold the tent and get up out of here.
That was Frank McChrystal, the head coach of the Rams, in his 14th year, 43-year-old. He has coached this team to 11 Prairie football titles, 5 national championships. 5 times under Frank McChrystal they've come to the championship game, and 5 times they've won it. Will he go 6 for 6? Time will tell. We're about to start the first 10-minute overtime period, not sudden death. The Rams will kick off to start this first 10-minute half. Houston and DeShane back to receive the kick of number 29, Todd Pinckney, from his own 45. Not a very deep kick. In fact, well, DeShane will take it at about the 22. He's up to the 30, the 35, finds his seam, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, takes it into Regina territory to the 53-yard line.
You can't kick the ball short to the middle of the field. You either do it short to the sideline, but you don't give a guy a two-way go. Not that it was great blocking by the rest of the special team. He pretty much did it all on his own, but
he got a running start.
A great running start. He just took off there. That was a great block by Houston. Number 35 setting up in front of him.
And then it took the kicker, Pinckney, to get a hand in there. 36-yard return for DeShane. Boy, the special teams for Okanagan have really played a hand in this game, David.
You can't win a championship without a great special team.
Right up the gut. That's Shirk.
Shirk is running with authority. Did you see him hit number 46?
Oh, he runs hard, doesn't he?
Normally it's the linebacker that's giving it to the back, but this time it was the fullback, Shirk, giving it to Royal Harden.
6-yard gain for Shirk. 2nd and 4 from the 46-yard line of the Regina Rams. We're in overtime. 17-17. It's the Canadian Bowl. It goes to the best junior football team in Canada. It's a pitch out to Ronnie Arnold, and he's got some room again. He's around the right side. Look at him go. Down inside the 25-yard line. Ronnie Arnold showing why he is named the top offensive player in the country here last night in Kelowna at the annual awards banquet.
The Sun is using its threats. I mean, they've got Houston out there looking like he may go off for a pass, but instead he comes down and cracks on one of the linebackers. And Ronnie Arnold just uses his speed
24.
to take it outside.
Excuse me, David. 24-yard run tackled there by number 46. For the Regina Rams.
Number 32, Dave Shirk, the ball.
Royal Harden making the tackle on that previous play. Shirk getting the ball there.
Played by number 54, Chad Zipchen.
Zipchen, a 5'11", 270-pound load who plays defensive tackle for the Rams.
That's what you don't want getting underneath your pads at 5'11", 270.
164 yards rushing for Ronnie Arnold, the 5'8", 175-pound scooter in the backfield. He's out of the backfield. It'll be Korstrom dropping back to pass, looking to his left, throwing. It's picked off. Korstrom picked off, and that is number 17, Chris Frankowski. Huge defensive play for the Regina Rams.
Chris Frankowski is an all-star actually with the hockey team there, which was a national champion team. 5'11", 190. Great break on the ball. Great break on the ball. Reads the quarterback well. Knew where the receiver was. Great move on Terrence Houston there. And you can tell he's just a great athlete. Looks like he's been watching Deion Sanders run back actually a little bit.
Nice job there by number 7, Justin Miller, the intended receiver, to come back and make the tackle. But the Rams now in business on their own 29-yard line. 7:39 left in the first half of sudden death overtime. Eamon pitches to his left. It's Nagoku. He's running back the other way, and he's got some room to run. He's at midfield. He's at the 52, 53-yard line of the Okanagan Sun, where he runs out of bounds. Good job right there by Akena Nagoka.
I'm really impressed with Nagoka. He's shown different speeds, different moves there. The major cut back there. I mean, that got everyone. That bought him an extra 2 steps against the defense.
Guys aren't getting shots at him even on this play, David.
No, you wonder. You know, I mean, with their number 1 tailback out, this guy gets his chance, and he's playing up to the chance today. Excuse me.
I know what you mean. Corey Olenek out with a knee injury. 52-yard line for the Rams. It's a pitch. It's Nagoku again. Not much on this one. Maybe 4. He's been a busy guy. Chris Zimmerman on the tackle for the Okanagan Sun. What a game, folks. 17-17, 6:48 clock running left in the first half of a 10-minute sudden death. Not sudden death, a 10-minute overtime period. They're going to play 2 10s. Not sudden death. If it's still tied, 2 more 10s. Eamon drops back to pass, looking over the middle. He's got a receiver. That's number 71, one of his favorite targets, the slot back, Michael Leeson. It'll be a first down, yes, a first down, Rams at the Okanagan 41. Boy, the turnovers today have really hurt the Okanagan Sun. 6 of them, 3 interceptions. Eamon here with the completion just before he gets a visit.
That's a great play. You send everyone upfield. You bring your number 1 receiver underneath. The zone has been vacated, and he just tosses the ball. They tried that early in the first half, and he dropped it. He was actually thrown behind him.
Eric Deshane with the tackle. First down on the 40-yard line. Eamon hands it off to Nagoku. Back to the line of scrimmage and then some. He gets outside. He's down to the 25, inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. And just as Arnold's been doing a job for the Okanagan Sun, Ikena Nagoka has been doing a job for the Regina Rams.
Nagoka's got the quick feed. He runs outside, and he actually breaks 34 down to the ground there. Michael is Andre, and he's one of the best hitters on the team, so that tells you what type of talent there is out there on the field today.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line of the Okanagan Sun. No backs. Eamon, two-step drop at the quarterback draw. Nice play, 55. That's Rob Stewart, the big defensive end, hauling him down. Nagoka also over 100 yards rushing now on 16 carries, 106 yards. Nice job there by Rob Stewart, David.
Rob Stewart's got big mitts, 6'2", 280. That's a strong guy in there. I mean, he just grabs Eamon by the back of his neck, by the scruff of his neck, and just hauls him down.
Tell you, it's interesting. On the season, Nagoku, who's over 100 yards, wasn't even in the top 3 rushers for the Regina Rams.
He's got so much talent in-house. Sometimes, it takes a little time for guys to get out there on the field.
Eamon rolling out to his left, looking for a receiver. He's throwing towards the end zone, and it is intercepted. Guess who? Your man, Terrence Houston.
Terrence Houston representing in the Apple Bowl here. Offense, defense, special teams. Once again, I have to say it, big-time players come to play in big-time games, and this guy is in the house.
Following the turnover, Sun first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
There it is. Eamon rolls out, trying to hit, I believe it was number 71, Leeson. Leeson well covered. And you just caught the tail end of it there as Houston made the interception. Some good coverage back there by the DB, Ryan Folk.
That's great pursuit by the defense, getting him out of sync, actually, and like almost running for his life, trying to make something happen here.
Horstrom brings the Okanagan Sun up to the line at their own 10-yard line. Ronnie Arnold, handoff, spins through the line. Oh, it's a good run for about 8 yards.
The great backs fall forward for 3 yards, and that's what Arnold's doing right now.
He is like Warwick Dunn.
He's a lot like Warwick Dunn. I mean, I would doubt to say that he's the same size. I mean, Warwick Dunn isn't over 5'8", and is about 175 pounds.
Breaks one tackle, spins off another one.
Great busy feet. The feet never stop, and that makes a great back. For all the kids at home that want to be running back, watch the feet. The feet never stop moving.
Royal Harden made the tackle on the play. Big 2nd and 2. It's a pitch to you-know-who, Ron Arnold. First down and then some. Ronnie Arnold up to the 31-yard line. The Okanagan Sun really making a statement since the 4th quarter of this game, overcoming that 17-3 deficit.
Run it to a stop. I mean, he's got great blocking out in front of him. The hard cut right there, and then it was almost like an acceleration for a moment. He accelerated away from one of the tacklers.
Melnichenko and Harden in on the tackle. This drive started at the 10-yard line after the interception by Terrence Houston. Korstrom takes snap, pitches to Arnold. He's at the 35, the 40, he's at the 50-yard line, up near the 53, almost at midfield. My goodness, what a second half he has had.
What's not looking good right now is Jeff Zimmer's down, and that's not one person you want in this time of the game to be going down.
Well, Zimmer was nicked already coming into this game. Here's the replay.
First and 10 with the ball at their own 54.
Zimmer makes the tackle.
I almost hope to say I think he'll be all right. It didn't look like anything got too twisted underneath there in the tackle, but I can't be sure, but I hope he'll be okay. That was a bit of an option they ran that time.
The play you at least want to see on the sidelines from a defensive standpoint is down. Jeff Zimmer. Here it is again from another angle, David. Great tackle. He goes down.
Yeah, I think it's
I wonder if he got the wind knocked out of him. He's not writhing, and
that's what I'm hoping at least, because it didn't look. It looked like maybe his head hit the turf just a little hard. His arms were still wrapped around him.
Let's hope for the best defensive player in the country. Speaking of the best offensive player in the country, they were both involved in that play. 22 carries, 207 yards for Ron Arnold.
200 yards.
And he had 23 at the half.
200 yards will hurt you. Oh, he doesn't look. Zimmer doesn't look too good right now.
(17-17). We've got 3:14 left in the first half of overtime. We'll be back to the Canadian Bowl in Kelowna after this break.
Classified. The following message is in code.
Veronica, psychic swims with the Thin Man. We fly at midnight when the frog howls furiously. Are his tube socks wet? Ask the bearded fat lady. Repeat, ask the bearded fat lady. The Eggman waits for no one. For his hovercraft will eat no figs.
Speedy is best known for auto glass repair and replacement, but they also do home and commercial glass. If you can see through it, they can fix it. If you can put your head through it, better give Speedy a call.
Auto glass at Speedy we can.
Some cracked windshields have to be replaced. Others can be repaired. At Speedy Auto Glass, they do both. And either way, it's guaranteed. Don't take a chance. Take it to Speedy.
Auto glass at Speedy we can.
Well, Jeff Zimmer has been helped off the field for the Regina Rams. Let's hope Jeff's okay. It's a shame to see the best defensive player in the country, any player, get hurt at this point of an outstanding game or at any time. 17-17, 3:14 left in the first half of overtime. We still got another 10-minute half to come after this one. It is not sudden death. What a game. All right. The Okanagan Sun started this drive after an interception on their own 10-yard line. They've moved the ball 44 yards. This is Shirk taking the pitch out, makes a nice cut. And he takes it inside, I believe, the 50-yard line of the Regina Rams. Pickup of about 8. We'll check the spot. Two different football teams showing up for the Okanagan Sun today. They obviously made some adjustments at halftime. David Benefield.
Yeah, they went back to the bread and butter and just took off with it. And the defense stepped up to the plate and everything. I think the defense understood that they hadn't been playing up to their capability. And when you get those two things happening, hey, you got a major turnaround.
Well, it was a gain of just 6, so it'll be a 2nd and 4 on the Regina 50. Korstrom takes the snap, hands it to Shirk again. He takes it right up the gut. There is a flag on the play.
We're down in the play by number 38, Juan Serrano. Penalty flag in the play.
Let's wait and see what the call is. Chances are it's a hold, and it is. And it's against the Okanagan Sun.
They're taking Jeff Zimmer's pads off right now.
Number 51, Kelowna, holding the 4 yards per gain. 10-yard penalty, repeat the down.
Damon Stolting.
Following the penalty, the Sun second down, repeated 14
Damon Stolting called for the penalty. Let's go to Pat Kennedy and get an update on Mr. Zimmer. Pat?
As you saw, Jeff Zimmer was on the field and in severe pain. He's back on the bench. They've taken his pads off. He got hit in the ribs, and he's having excruciating pain up in the rib area. They don't know if anything is cracked or broken yet, but they are looking at him, and it's very questionable at this point whether he'll get back into the game.
All right, Pat Kennedy, thank you very much for that report. Bad news for the Regina Rams. 2nd and 14, Okanagan. Korstrom's going to drop back. He's going to try to pass. He's got a whole lot of company, and he's going to go down on his own 50, 51-yard line. So the Okanagan Sun will be in a punting situation. A pretty nice drive, but it comes to a halt here at midfield.
Yeah, he was looking outside for one of his receivers early. Coverage was there, pulled the ball down. One thing you know, he's not running to number 64, Brent Dancy's side. He's running away from him.
The Gilmore boys will be the happy Gilmores after that play. Kieran Gilmore, Adrian Gilmore. As you look at Jeff Zimmer on the sidelines.
You know, when he tackled Arnold in that, I think Arnold came down on top of his rib cage, so he may have a slight bruise there, but I can't be sure up here.
Once again, great work on special teams for the Okanagan Sun. Good punt, good coverage. And the Regina Rams will take over inside their 25-yard line.
Run down in the play by number 53, Mark Rain.
Chris Ashman. Diddling and doodling, but not going very far.
Special team guys, they never get any recognition. I mean, it's just like if you make the tackle fine, if you just push them in, there's someone else making a tackle fine. But special teams for the Sun, they're doing a great job.
Kind of like working on the O-line, isn't it, David?
Yeah, that's why I'm not a tight end today.
Only get your name called when they throw the laundry. Let's see what Eamon can do now. He pitches back to the man that's been the workhorse for the Regina Rams. That is McKenna Nagoka.
Run down on the play by number 49, Chris Zimmerman.
Just a little toss pass there. He nearly fumbled that. Covered himself up nicely. But see, when you nearly fumble, sometimes that slows your feet down. You start to worry about everything else.
Cal Nesdoli seen his team come back to force overtime. 2 previous meetings between these teams. Regina won them both, most recently in the 1995 Western Final by a score of 11-8. A lot of players in this game that were in that game. Big play, number 40, Jeff Moody, the rover on that Okanagan Sun defense. And they, Regina Rams are going to be forced to kick again. Now the defenses are taking over, David.
Jeff Moody, rover, middle backer, actually comes over and puts a big lick on guys. You can always tell when a guy makes the big lick, gets the hands up, lets everyone know, he made the hit.
2 and out for the Rams. These are going to be 2 awfully tired teams. What do you think of 2 10-minute overtime periods as opposed to
just one?
Say 1:15 sudden death.
Just 1 10-minute would be fine.
Or just sudden death.
Or sudden death, exactly. Except I don't like that, the coin toss. I hate for it all to come down just
That's true, and that's probably why they give both teams a chance the way they do. Houston's going to get a chance to return this one. He's already in midfield. Into the 50, inside the 50, down to the 45, still going. Every time he touches the ball, something good happens for the Okanagan Sun, save the 1 turnover he had that was almost crucial.
That time he showed that he's not just a fast guy, but a strong guy by moving the crowd the way he did.
Takes it on his 48, gets to midfield quickly, inside the Ram 50. And he just moves going to be coming down real easily.
Yeah, it just moves the crowd there.
Number 74, the little demon on special teams, Derek Waitis, again in on the tackle. A good field position for the Okanagan Sun with 1 minute and 3 left in the first 10-minute overtime period. Korstrom hands off to Shirk, up the middle, inside the 40, down to about the 38.
Number 32, Dave Shirk,
gain of 5, maybe 6 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 4.
I think Jeff Zimmer is done for the day. He's over covered up on the sideline. I don't think he's coming back. So the team from Regina, they've always just been a team without very many stars, and they play as a team. So we'll see if they step it up for Jeff being out of the game.
2nd and 5 on the 38-yard line of the Regina Rams. It's a pitch to Ronnie Arnold. 2 guys over there to meet him. Lots of trouble. And number 17 finally, looked like Chris Frankowski had him, but Arnold still managed to scoot forward to about the 36-yard line. Now what do you do?
I am really impressed with Arnold. He's got two players right in front of him, cutting him off.
Almost goes down.
Nearly goes down and still gets outside of the contain and gets upfield for positive yardage.
Jason Melnichenko swung and completely missed at him, and that's no... Look at Jason's got him right there. That's a heck of a run.
Bad wrap up there. And then he just keeps the feet moving and keeps going.
One of the better 3-yard runs you're ever going to see. Jared Hoover finally bringing him down.
That's a lot of work for 3 yards. I think it's better just to run upfield as a defensive player for 3 yards.
Excuse me, David. Derek Korstrom is going to try a field goal from 44 yards out. The holder is a quarterback, we should tell you, John Coy. It is 3rd and 3. Let's see what happens. Here's the snap. It's a good one. The hold, the kick. It is long enough. It is wide. And running it out of the end zone is number 21 for the Regina Rams, and he's still going. He's up to midfield, and finally he's tackled by number 40, Jeff Moody. What a run by Jared Hoover. A couple of huge plays for Hoover. Stops Arnold on that 2nd down play and then returns the missed field goal.
You never know who's going to step up. Who's going to step up on this team? Every time you think someone's down, a new player steps up to make a play. I mean, all he really had to do was to sit down right there. But look, he sees something outside and he goes for it. Arnold, he gives Arnold a taste of his own medicine by juking him. And then we got great blocking upfield. Bill Dancy sitting there, gives a block. And that's great when you see your defensive starters making plays on special teams because they're just not giving up.
Well, we're now into the second 10-minute overtime period. We will be back to Kelowna with the second 10-minute overtime in the National Junior Final. It's the Canadian Bowl, and it's a dandy, folks. 17-17. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Recreation? Think pool, a beautiful piece of furniture with hours of entertainment at affordable prices. Visit Gould's Home Recreation for top quality, unbeatable selection and superior service. Gould's has been in business for over 45 years and they stand behind the names they carry. Look for quality tables such as Brunswick and Olhausen. Gould Home Recreation. Quality, service, selection, a winning combination.
Gould's Home Recreation across from Toys R Us on Idlewild Drive, 1146 Broad Street.
Well, once again, a salute to our friends at the Best Western Inn in Kelowna. Our friends last night as we found a place to rest our weary bones, and who knows, David, the way this thing's going, we might be back there tonight. The Best Western Inn in Kelowna.
I wonder if they'll let me in then.
The van's pretty comfortable. Here we go, and welcome back, 17-17. We are in the second 10-minute overtime period. The Regina Rams and the Okanagan Sun staging an absolute classic with Canadian National Junior bragging rights on the line. The Sun kick off to start the second overtime period, and it is Ikena Nagoku taking the kickoff, and he is tackled on the 25-yard line.
Second overtime half kickoff.
Number 35 for the Okanagan Sun. That is Ryan Folk, who's been a very busy guy today. In on the tackle. Nagoku, slow to get up. I'm thinking, looks like a cramp, David.
Oh, I know for the Rams team. I know they hope it is. Yeah, it looks like it is a cramp. I mean, he's been returning kicks, running all over the place. .194 yards rushing for them, so I think he's kind of tired.
Let's have a look at the statistics through the first overtime period. We've played 70 minutes of football. First downs pretty much even. Passing yardage favors the Rams, but look at the rushing total. The Okanagan Sun, their star tailback, running back, Ron Arnold, held to 23 yards in the first half, but through the first 10-minute overtime, they now have 297 yards rushing, 393 yards total offense for the Sun to 347 for the Rams. But the real telling stat there, and the reason we're still in overtime, the 6 Okanagan Sun turnovers.
You can't give that many turnovers and expect to win a game, but they're definitely trying to fight their way out of it right now.
Nagoka runs off the field, limps off the field. We'll see if he can come back. It looks like a cramp, but we'll try and find out. Chad Eamon. Back to pass. He has a receiver open. It's complete. That's number 7, Chris Warnicki. Warnocky had a big catch in the first half that set up a touchdown, a 51-yarder.
Eric Duchesne must be giving them something that they like, because they're going after him all the time, it seems like.
Not a classic pass, David.
No, a little bit wobbly. Maybe that's what they're saying, is that Eric isn't getting a great break on the ball.
Second down and 1. Warnocky just short of the first down. It's a long one, closer really to 2. Call it a yard and a half. 2 different games. Regina dominated the first half. The Okanagan Sun really took care of it in the second half. In the first overtime period, obviously call it pretty much even, because we're playing a second overtime. And I think that the Okanagan Sun defense has come up big again. Number 26. Phil Schnell in on the tackle there. We'll check his forward progress.
Linchuk, the ball carrier.
Linchuk taking the pitch out. Running a little bit into his own man there. Chris Briltz. They are going to measure.
Close to a yard in the play. They'll measure for the first down.
And he is short by...
Short of the first down. The rest will be
not much. What do you do, David?
I'd go for it. I'd go for it.
All you really have to do is get a clean snap and fall forward.
Yes, you do. 3rd and an inch, you got to go for it. They looks like they brought in the big team, so they're definitely going to go for it.
9:01 left in the second 10-minute overtime session. Again, it's not sudden death. Still tied after this second overtime. We'll play 2 more 10-minute halves. And eventually they'll scrape these guys off the field. What a show they've put on. 3rd and not very much. Look for Eamon on the keeper. Eamon on the keeper.
Quarterback Chad Eamon straight ahead. Brought down by the interior.
What are the adjustments you see that the Okanagan Sun defense made, David, since the half, when they really were having trouble containing Eamon and stopping everything they were doing?
They're getting, everyone does their job. You know, you've got guys that contain. They're supposed to contain. Don't come inside. Just stay out there and contain, because you know someone may run around, force Eamon to you, and you stay there, you make a play. The DBs are covering better. And with Nagoka now out of the game, the linebackers actually can sit back and, you know, look a little longer at the quarterback to see if he's going to decide to run.
That would be gap cancellation having a big part of their success.
Oh, exactly.
Are you impressed with my football terminology?
Reverse.
Eamon on a reverse. He pitches there, and not a whole lot doing there for number 11. Jason Claremont. Another example of what David was talking about, people staying home doing their jobs, and really nobody fooled on that play, and we have another injury.
You had Tallman was in the backfield before the ball was snapped. He's making big time. He's upfield before the play even started. So, I mean, anytime you get a defensive lineman that fast off the ball, everything good can happen for your defense.
Eamon, I believe, was looking for a penalty there. Number 55, I believe. It's the big defensive end, Rob Stewart. There you see him. He's the one injured on the play. And the longer they go, and as physical as this game has been, this is an inevitability. The best defensive player in the country is already done for the day. I think it's pretty safe to say that.
Yeah,
Jeff Zimmer.
He's still covered up with the blanket, so they're talking to him right now, but I don't think he's going to make it back in. He's sitting next to Nagoka, the best tailback for the team right now. And it looks like big Rob Stewart he's walking off the field, so he's feeling pretty good about that.
2 trophies actually at stake here today. Western bragging rights are on the on the line. The Gillespie Trophy goes to the top junior team in the West. All right, Pat, what have you got for us?
Well, down here on the sideline, as you know, Regina Rams have 2 injured players, and right now they're nursing that cramp, but they figure Nagoya will get back into the ball game. And as far as being in overtime, to everyone's knowledge, we're checking the stats, but this is the first time that we know of that the national championship, the Canadian Bowl, has gone to overtime.
All right, Pat Kennedy, thank you very much from the sidelines. Chad Eamon, there it is, the little shuttle pass. It's his favorite target on that shuttle pass today. Chris Brilt, very close to a first down on a 2nd and 8 call. That play's been real successful for them.
Yeah, even if they want to be successful in offense, they've got to do that. They've got to get Eamon with running with the ball, get everyone coming up thinking he's going to run and then pass it, or do the shuffle pass and just toss it underneath the Berlitz.
When it comes to fatigue, who's got the edge, offense or defense?
Defense is all reaction. Offense is where you already know where you're going. So I think I'm going to go with defense. They've got to be a bit more fatigued. They've been on the field a lot longer today also.
Chad Eamon, first down. Regina on their own 48. He drops straight back to pass. Good pressure. Incomplete. Over the middle. Intended receiver, number 11, Jason Claremont.
Jeff Moody with another big tackle.
And again, big pressure.
Big pressure. Big plays by the linebackers.
Zimmerman coming around.
That's pretty smart. Now, they're in a zone defense. The little crossing pattern there, the linebacker stayed in their zone, and you see his head snap back on that hit? That was a big hit.
Big play, obviously. 2nd and 10. Eamon short drop. He's going to try for his wide receiver, Michael Thomas. Incomplete on the coverage down there. Number 22, Justin Leonard. They've had some fun today.
Justin Leonard's a really good coverage corner. And that time the ball was a little bit thrown a little bit early, but he still made a heck of a chance to go get it. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of battles over there on the sideline with these 2 corners and these receivers today.
Thomas made a pretty nice adjustment to the ball, but he couldn't bring it down. He had a chance to catch that ball. Good coverage again by Leonard. So it's a punting situation. Todd Pinckney from his own 40-yard line, and it's not a good kick. Where are they going to rule this one out of bounds? Probably around the 45-yard line. They stop him at the 42. Great field position. I think Pinckney wanted to kick that out of bounds away from Houston, but probably wanted to kick it a little deeper than he did.
That was smart, because you don't want either of those 2 guys back there with the ball.
That's Louis kicking it away from the gizmo. First down, Okanagan on the 42-yard line. If you've just happened to join us, you're watching the Canadian Bowl. It's the national junior final between the Regina Rams, 13-time champions of this event, against the Okanagan Sun, who boast their only championship from 1988. They're 12-0, the Okanagan Sun. The Rams, with 2 losses on the season, had a 17-3 lead at the half. We're now in the second 10-minute non-sudden death overtime period. Handoff there to Shirk. He picks up maybe a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8, Okanagan on their own 45-yard line.
When you have 2 great backs like Shirk and Arnold in the backfield, you can run this like almost, it's like an option. The quarterback puts it in there, puts the ball in there, lets the ball sit in Berlitz for a little bit, lets him see if there's anything there, pulls it out, and pitches it off to Arnold. It's easier said than easier done than said, let me tell you.
There it is, the handoff again to, well, speaking of easier said than done, Korstrom fooled me again. I thought Shirk had it up the middle. It's pretty dark down there. It's hard to see, man.
It is.
Huh? Fakes the pitch, fakes the handoff, fakes the color man, fakes the play-by-play guy. Picks up a few yards. It's 3rd and 2.
If you're going to defense the option, it's a total assignment ball. You can't just run around and tackle who you think has the ball. You have a guy you're supposed to tackle, and you tackle that guy. Everyone's accountable for one guy against the option.
Okanagan forced to punt. 3rd and 2. Oh, man, they had good field position. Couldn't do anything with it. 4:52 clock running left in the second. 10-minute sudden overtime period, not sudden death. It's a fake to Houston. Houston outside. He's going to have the first down and then some. Inside the 45-yard line of the Regina Rams, down to about the 42-yard line. Even if you know it's coming, they can't stop it.
Just when you think it's Houston's done, he comes in there on a punt fake and runs for 15 yards. Just outrunning the containment. You've got to watch this guy if you're the Rams. You've got to.
The guy that could be playing major college football somewhere, David, in your mind?
Oh, I think he should be. I think if at the end of this season he had to make his contacts and try to find out if he can go at least Division II somewhere in the States. Because he's a strong safety on anyone's team, or a free safety somewhere.
Ronnie Arnold stopped in the backfield, breaks the tackle, and makes something out of nothing. That's a great 3-yard run.
He is a strong, work-done type runner.
Boy, Brent Dancy had a clear shot at him in the backfield, but Frank McChrystal's big defensive lineman couldn't get him down. There's the replay. Good penetration. Great play by Dancy. He's been a force all day, but he just couldn't get the wrap.
They cannot stop Dancy, and Dancy was the guy that made that play turn back inside. He's a monster.
2nd and 7 from the 38-yard line. Korstrom fakes the handoff. He's throwing long. Guess who's out there? It's Houston. Incomplete. Good coverage by the safety, number 21, Jared Hoover.
That's all you've got to do when you're the safety. You've got to sit back there and wait for the dangerous man to come into your zone, or you can go help out if you've got a great jump on it. And Hoover had a great jump on that ball.
Another injury.
Ooh. And that's a great position, too, for a smaller guy to be in. Inside, just ready to strip the ball. See, he's inside, he just strips the ball.
Another injury to the Regina Rams. We can't quite see who it is right now. We won't guess. We will tell you when we come back. 17-17, 3:34 left in the second overtime period.
I'm putting this on for Daddy.
Everything looks fine down there. Maybe you'd like to invest in a carbon monoxide detector just for your own peace of mind.
Chimney safety is your responsibility. Sask Power reminds you to have all chimneys checked regularly for deterioration. You have a lot of good reasons to keep your home safe.
For everyone who loves you, be sure you're safe tonight.
A message from Sask Power.
All right, we are back. A punting situation again, we would assume, for the Okanagan Suns. They've successfully run 2 fakes today. Korstrom's punt is a wobbly one that, almost loses the handle down there. I believe the Regina Rams kick returner did get it back. Number 21, I believe it is, on the return.
Getting a little dark here. I think
is that Chris Ashman, number 26? It's Ashman.
Yeah, he originally ran up thinking it was short, so he misjudged it in flight. So then he tried to backpedal. So
big defensive series for the Okanagan Sun. Big defensive series with the ball inside the 5-yard line of the Regina Rams. It's on the 2. If you can hold them here, you're guaranteed great field position after a punt. 3:10 left to go. The clock is now running.
And Houston's on the sideline still, so if you're going to throw the ball in the middle, you better do it now.
Heyman Up behind his big center. Play action. Eamon rolls to his right. Number 36 in pursuit. And a couple of other Okanagan Sun defenders get to him. Mike Letendre, one of them. Ryan Folk, the other. He picks up 5 on the play, up to the 7, maybe the 8-yard line. Number 36 had a shot at him. Nice cutback. Ryan Bridge couldn't get him. But the 2 DBs, Letendre and Folk, do the job. 2nd and 4, huge play.
Speaking of 36, Nagoka's back in the game.
And Nagoka's got the ball. He almost fumbled it. And he is stopped. The Okanagan Sun hold the Regina Rams. I think they're a yard short. We'll check the spot. Here it is. Oh, boy. A near fumble. Number 55, Rob Stewart making the play. Yeah, they're 2 yards short. The ball spotted on the 10-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. And the Okanagan Sun are going to get great field position, David. Maybe they can finally win this thing. 2:27 left in the second overtime. They'll play 2 more 10s if they can't settle it.
Well, it's turning into a field possession game right now. I mean, you've got the Rams punting further and further back on their side, and they're short. The last time was a short punt. You've got Houston standing at the 40-yard line. So any punt anywhere near this guy, it's at least an automatic. It should be an automatic field goal.
At stake, the National Junior Football Championship, the Canadian Bowl, and the Gillespie Trophy, which goes to the top junior team in the West. Nagoka walking off slowly. I don't think he's 100%. Who is at this point? These kids have played almost 78 minutes of football with a national championship at stake. 2:15 left to go as Pinckney, a couple of yards deep in the end zone, prepares to punt. It's a high snap, fields it, gets the kick away. Decent kick, but it's Houston on the receiving end. He fumbles and picks it right back up, got the good bounce, but he stopped immediately on the 40-yard line.
Wow, he got the lucky bounce there.
Well, at this point, boy, you're getting tired.
The lights are on.
1st and 10 with the ball just inside the Rams' 40-yard line.
Great field position again. Everything Okanagan Sun could want, they have. 2 minutes left, the ball, and they're on the 39-yard line of the Regina Rams. Here's a replay again. Wobbly punt, always tough to field. Oh, did he get a nice bounce there?
He got lucky. He really did, but they've got him in the game right now.
Man, when you're good, you get lucky, though. Funny how that works, David.
It's almost unfair.
Arnold takes the pitch. He's down to the 30-yard line, inside the 30, inside the 25. Still going! What a run! Obviously, the defense is getting tired for the Regina Rams, but you got to give Ron Arnold all the credit in the world. The man just doesn't go down easily.
I think some of the Rams actually thought he was out of bounds or was tackled, and they actually slowed down. You see number 38 slow down a little bit. And you just can't be sure with great backs. You have to get there. You have to make sure you get a helmet on him.
Frankowski came from across the field to finally make the tackle after a couple of missed tackles. And boy, at a time like this, you got to lock them up and wrap them. But easier said than done. 21, Jared Hoover, the safety, missed him. 243 yards rushing for Ronnie Arnold. Shirk with the ball around the right side. Oh, I thought if he'd cut back in, he might have been heading to the end zone. He took it back out. He's down to the 5. A minute 44 to play in the second 10-minute overtime period. That's the quarterback, Greg Korstrom, getting his orders from the sideline.
North and south in the red zone. All right, if you do go east and west, you better go east right now and then turn it up north.
Al Nesdoli trying for a perfect season. Frank McChrystal going for his 6th consecutive championship. When I say consecutive, 5 times they've been in the championship game, they've won it all 5 under Frank McChrystal. 3 of the past 4. It's a handoff to number 31 up the middle. He's stopped at about the 3-yard line. So, boy, they got a decision to make now. Do you take the 3, the gimme 3, and certainly the gimme 1 if you happen to miss the field goal? That's what they're going to do by the looks of it. Derek Korstrom. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's just see. Yeah, Derek Korstrom, the wide receiver, standing in the middle of the field. It's a 3rd and 3 situation. There's Doley barking orders, praying that his team's hearing them 60 yards away. But I think you got to kick the 3 here. Your defense has done a great job. You got to take the sure points or point. Thing to remember, if he misses the field goal, he's going to be guaranteed a single here, unless he hit the upright.
I don't know. I'm a gambling man, and I think with that backfield that the Sun has, I'd almost want to take a toss to the left side, using that wide side of the field, and go for it.
But you've only got 1:20 left in the game. Turn it over to your defense. They've done a great job.
Put the pressure back on that defense. I'd put the pressure back on my defense to hold them and get that field position again.
All right, gambling man, number 13. They're going to set up for the kick anyway. Derek Korstrom spots at the 10-yard line. The huddle going off to his right. And the message is pretty simple in the huddle. Block your man, make the good snap, make a good hold, kick the field goal, and let's see if we can hang on for $120 and win the national title. The holder is the backup quarterback, John Coy. 17-17. Were they ever going to snap it? Maybe they're trying to draw him offside. They might be trying to draw him offside.
Got to.
Finally, the flag is called. They'll give Korstrom a better angle with the kick, too. It would have been a 10-yard attempt, so now he'll kick it from the 17. A little better angle. If they'd drawn them offside, well, he still would have had a first down. Pretty good strategy there by Cal Nesdoli. Man, the tension was killing me there.
And I was waiting to see who's going to jump off. I was like, who's going to be the guy?
Well, Regina's well coached. They probably knew what was going to happen in that situation. And now, well, he declined the penalty. So there you go. Tit for tat.
Jeez.
So it'll still be a field goal attempt of 9 or 10 yards.
A harsh angle.
Nobody in the end zone. Everybody out to try to block the kick for Regina.
And they've been close, come to think of it.
Coy the holder, Korstrom the kicker. High snap, kick is up, kick is good. It's not sudden death, remember, though. There's still 1:15 to play. It's 20-17 for the Okanagan Sun. It's their first lead of the game, David Benefield.
The crowd totally erupted after that field goal. So if they can keep that momentum right now for 1:15, they are the champions.
20-17 for the Okanagan Sun. 1:15 to play. The twin brother of the quarterback, Derek Korstrom, kicks the field goal from 10 yards out. There you see the score, 20-17. There you see part of this sellout mob at the Apple Bowl. Here's Frank McChrystal during the kick. Here's Cal Nesdoli, rather, on the kick. Yeah, that's good. Great shot, guys. Okanagan celebrates a 3-point lead. Good field position on the ball placement now for Regina, though. They're on the 35-yard line. How much do they have left in the tank? $1:15 left to play. First down. Cal Nesdoli working the crowd. All the players down there on the sideline working the crowd. You could not have scripted a better game. A showcase for Canadian junior football. A lot of the best kids in the country get an opportunity to play south of the border. You guys are nuts, man. Huh, David?
Their girlfriends took their shirts.
All right.
And jackets. But this is a team that came back from 25 points, though. So
Well,
anything can happen here.
Yeah, it was 28-3 Windsor in the Eastern Final, 38-31 final Regina. Let's see what Chad Eamon can do. He's had a great game, particularly in the first half. He's got to throw it, drops back, forced to scramble, trying to get out of the pocket, can't do it. The Okanagan Sun defense has taken over in the second half. Rob Stewart, 6'2", 280 pounds. He left the game with an injury. He's back in there, makes the big play on Eamon. He had enough protection, but you got to hand it to the whole defense. Good pressure, but also the coverage must be outstanding in the secondary. 2nd and 10. Eamon drops again, throws it over the middle. It's complete to number 71, Michael Leeson. Big target, the slot back. Great throw by Eamon. 1:01 left to play.
And they're rushing the ball to the line, too.
Calling plays at the line. No huddle. 20-17, Okanagan. Less than a minute now to play. Clock running. Eamon calling the play from the backfield. Takes the snap in the shotgun formation. Trying to find a receiver. Over the middle again. Once more. It is Leeson. Or that's the other slot, Jason Claremont. He's got a couple of big slot backs. They're now into Okanagan territory. 47 seconds remaining. First down on the 45-yard line of the Okanagan Sun. Timeout, Regina. What a game.
You're going to have to get more pressure on him. He's just sitting back there. He's just waiting for someone to get open. You can't leave the cornerbacks and you can't leave the corners and the halfbacks out there struggling to cover these guys for 3-4 seconds because you just can't do it. No one can do it.
There's the Regina fans. Made the trick. There's Frank McChrystal, the very successful head coach in his 14th year. He spent 5 as an assistant, 5 as a player. He's got a 24-year affiliation with the program.
And he's got a little wit to him, too.
Yeah, he was holding court there in the press conference. Looked like he'd been through that before a few times. They had the press conference here in Kelowna yesterday. Let's see what the Regina Rams can do. They're on the Okanagan 45. Eamon drops straight back to pass. Throws incomplete. He was trying to hit number 30. Pass a little bit low, incomplete. Lonnie Hayes, the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10 on the Okanagan 45-yard line. There you see the clock. 41 seconds left. If Regina can manage a field goal, we'd be heading to 2 more 10-minute overtimes. The game nearly 4 hours old as it is. Eamon drops back. 2nd and 10. Sets himself. Now he can't find anybody. Buying himself more time. Now he's going to roll out of the pocket. He's trying to scramble. Throws on the run. It is incomplete.
Side's defense is doing an amazing job of covering these guys. I mean, he cannot find an open guy.
Hayes again, the intended receiver. It's come down to this. A 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Too long, I would assume, for a field goal opportunity, but you never know. It would be a 52-yarder. I think their chances of making 10 yards on a first down are probably better than kicking a 52-yard field goal.
Oh, their kicker's got a great leg, but
he
not
does
that
have
good.
A great leg. He did kick one in the first half from 44. It's come down to this. 3rd and 10. Eamon back to pass. He's got time. Throws it over the middle. Complete. First down, number 1. And then more. Jason Claremont inside the 5-yard line. He's down to the 4-yard line with 16 seconds remaining in the game. Unbelievable. Terrence Houston makes the touchdown-saving tackle. What execution by Frank McChrystal's bunch on a 3rd down and 10 call from the 45-yard line. There you see Claremont coming over the middle to throw a little bit behind him, but the rest is Jason Claremont. Lots of room down the sideline. Number 26 couldn't get to him. That was Phil Schnell. Finally, Terrence Houston again making a huge play. It's 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Regina with a chance to win this thing. What a game, David.
A simple drag for a first down turns into possibly a game-winning first down.
Eamon pitches out. It's Claremont.
Up over the top. Looks like a bomb went off down there on the field. All the sun players running on the ground.
Can you believe it? I'm sure they can't here in Kelowna. And I'm sure in Regina they're going nuts just like those loyal people are who've made the trip. What a job by Frank McChrystal's offense. It looked like this thing was over. But two huge plays by that guy, Jason Claremont. What a load he is. The huge play on the 3rd and 10 from the 45. There's the reaction on the sideline. Yeah, he's in. Touchdown. They'll try to kick the convert with 11 seconds remaining. Unbelievable. 23-20, Regina in overtime. The kick is blocked. The snap was low, mishandled, and the kick was blocked, so that's a welcome development for Okanagan because their chances of getting into the end zone are remote. Their chances of kicking a field goal aren't great, but they do have a chance.
This game still
42-yard reception by Claremont, set up the touchdown by Claremont. Unbelievable. Second touchdown of the game. Just a tremendous game. The showcase game for Canadian junior football. It could not possibly have gotten any better than it has today at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. What's left now? For Terrence Houston to go coast to coast to win it?
You got to go. He's got to get to at least the 45 because there's only 11 seconds left. I don't know how many timeouts they have. At least to the 45. And try to hit that field goal from about the 40, 35-yard line. The long field goal.
11 seconds remaining. Do you kick it deep? Do you squib it?
You squib it. Got to take all the time off the clock. Hopefully one of the linemen will grab it or fumble it, and you could possibly fall on it right there. But if you don't kick it far enough, if you don't squib it far enough, they've got awesome field position at the 50 or something like that.
Houston is back on his 10, along with Deshane. Pinckney is the kicker. From the 45, it's 23-20 Regina, 17-17 after regulation. We've played 2 10-minute overtime periods. I keep wanting to say sudden death. Maybe I'm the one that's going to have a heart attack here in a minute. 23-20 Regina. Pinckney's kick, he doesn't squib it. He doesn't kick it to Houston either. It's Deshane with the ball. There's 10 seconds on the clock. He runs it back to about the 43-yard line. Fumble! And there's a fumble, and
kickoff return, the ball comes loose.
And let's see, it's the Regina Rams have recovered the fumble, and with 1 second left on the clock, this thing is as good as over. Absolute heartbreak for the Okanagan Sun. Pandemonium on the sideline of the Regina Rams. There you see the scoreboard. The Regina Rams. Heart of a champion, hearts of champions.
And that was number 74, Derek Woodis, that gets the fumble recovery.
Well, if there's been a special teams player today for that team, it's been him.
Special teams has done the job for the Rams today.
But what heartbreak for the hometown Okanagan Sun. It looked like they had this thing when they kicked the field goal, the minute 20 left. Okanagan led it 20-17. Regina had a 3rd and 10. Cal Nesdoli cannot believe probably what has happened to his football team. They are asking the fans to stay off the field until the game is officially over. And it'll be officially over after this snap. Chad Eamon takes it, takes a knee. The Regina Rams are the 1997 Canadian Bowl champions, defeating the Okanagan Sun 23-20 in overtime. An absolutely glorious spectacle for junior football in Canada. David Benefield, it doesn't get a whole lot better than this at any level. You've been in the NFL, you've been in the CFL, you've been, of course, in the NCAA. Boy,
this is an exciting game. I mean, it wasn't the blowout that some people expected. I mean, you've got the Rams coming in with their #1 running back out, their quarterbacks making plays, just the whole team. Then they lose their #1 defensive player late in the game, when the running game is taking off. it's just, this is a real team for you. This is a great team, and this is the thing that most athletes want to be on, just an all-around great team.
All right, let's throw it down to Pat Kennedy with a very, very happy Regina Rams head coach, Frank McChrystal.
Frank McChrystal, head coach of the Regina Rams. Congratulations on the 1997 championship. You've won 5, you've now won 6. This is probably the wildest game you've ever been involved in.
Wow, it's an exciting game, and I think what makes it more exciting is just how much character both teams showed and up and down the field. And I think it's really an example of amateur sport in Canada, and the Canadians and young Canadians are not only great athletes in terms of their skills, but certainly as competitors, they're unmatched.
I think without question your defense gets most of the credit for today's win. They managed to contain Ron Arnold for the first half. He got a few yards in the second half, but they came up big when they had to.
Well, our guys really played well, and you know, we played through injuries, and there were a lot of injuries, and you know, we lost Jeff Zimmer and through the end of the game. So just full marks, I think, not only to the players themselves who allowed me to be a spectator in such a great competition, but also to the other coaches. You know, they just did an outstanding job.
Congratulations. Go enjoy the victory.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Head coach Frank McChrystal, the Regina Rams, the 1997 Canadian Bowl champions, winning it in dramatic fashion. Boys, back upstairs to you.
All right, Pat Kennedy, thank you very much. The Regina Rams, the 1997 Canadian Junior Football champions, and we will be back to the Apple Bowl in Kelowna to wrap things up right after this break.
Yeah, we have the players.
When Sarah wakes up, I don't want her skin feeling wet and clammy.
So we asked child educator Julie Froud to test the super absorbent Pampers Baby Dry. Pampers invented their Baby Dry system so it's precisely placed for maximum absorbency. It helps keep wetness inside and keeps baby skin even drier than before.
I think Pampers Baby Dry are wonderful. When Sarah wakes up dry, she's so happy.
Make them happy. Help keep them dry with Pampers Baby Dry.
The colors of the Ford Ranger. Inspired by Ford Ranger owners. The redesigned 1998 Ford Ranger. One tough customer.
It was an absolute classic. The Regina Rams knocking off the Okanagan Sun 23-20. They played 80 minutes of football out here, and 3 teams separate, David, the 2 best junior football teams in the nation. First time you've had a chance to witness a junior football final. Your thoughts?
I'm greatly impressed with the overall talent and the coaching of these kids. I mean, it's good to see. It's actually good to see, and the turnout was great also.
Yeah, tremendous crowd. 5,000 people here at the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. Kelowna coming into the game with a perfect 12-0 record, and nobody was really talking about who was the favorite because Regina has such a rich tradition. They have those 13 national championships, but the Okanagan Sun had just steamrolled its opposition this year by an average of pretty much 40 points a game. But they fell behind in this one, 17-3 at halftime, and really it looked like they were doomed. They turned the ball over a number of times, and it looked like they were taking themselves out of the game. But finally they got it together. They got their running game in gear. 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to make it 17-17 before losing an absolute classic in overtime, the final 23-20 for the Regina Rams. All right, let's go down to the field now with Pat Kennedy.
Congratulations, Chad. Even what a game. Your thoughts as you win a national championship?
It's an unbelievable feeling right now to end my 5th year in this, and you know, this team is just full of heart and character, and it's unreal that you just can't count us down, and we've been out and down so many times in this playoffs, and we've just managed to come back. It's an unbelievable feeling.
What a way to win it in overtime. Last-minute drive.
Unreal. You know, they played a little soft on us, and we're finding holes, and we got lucky and got the big score.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Chad Eamon, the quarterback of the winning Regina Rams football team.
All right, Pat, thank you very much. Again, just an absolute classic game. It's tough to pick a loser today. Unfortunately for the Okanagan Sun, it is them. Their season, their hopes of a perfect season end. They finished 12-1. The Rams win another national title. The 4th time in the past 5 years. 2nd straight year, or the 5th straight year, a team from Saskatchewan has won the national crown. The Hilltops won it last year. On behalf of David Benefield and our entire crew here in the Okanagan, thanks for watching, everybody, and so long from Kelowna.